FM. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music. Talk. Inspiration. In perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Will be full of testimonies, signs and wonders all around me. I'll be swimming in abundance. I decree and I declare.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Every promise that you spoke, I'm gonna live it. Doors open when I step into the hallway. They were waiting for me like you knew my name. Every valley that I cross will turn to highway. Every prophecy will come to pass in Jesus' name. Amen.
Will be full of testimonies, signs and wonders all around me. I'll be swimming in abundance. I decree and I declare.
It's all right. Say one more time. Say this year.
Will be full of testimonies, signs and wonders all around me. I'll be swimming in abundance. I decree and I declare. It's all right.
Oh, yes. It's a year full of testimonies, signs, and wonders all around us. We'll be swimming in abundance. No more lack. Abundance everywhere over our minds. Our minds will be fruitful. We will dream, we will think, and our hands will do. We will innovate. We will challenge the status quo. We will live in abundance, not because we've engaged in fraudulent means, but because we have been fruitful, worked hard, been ethical, and done right by all manner of persons. This year, we will be great. This year, we will reach heights we haven't yet. This year, we will do new things. Oh yeah. We will be better. We will shun evil and we will pursue righteousness. 97.3 Citi FM. Welcome to a brand new show. This is the Citi Breakfast Show. My name is Caleb Kudah. Joe Metal starts our day on a powerful song we call This Year. Yeah, this year. Pablo Picasso has the word for businesses this morning. Says, I am always doing what I cannot do in order to learn how to do it. This year, we will do something we've not done before in order to learn how to do it. What's working for you? What isn't working? What are you doing too much of? Either because you're not being efficient enough or because the activity is off purpose. What changes do you need to make to expand your capacity? To start expanding your capacity, stop doing only those things you have done before and start doing those additional worthy things you discover you could and should do. Doing new things leads to innovation and new discoveries. And among those discoveries is the realization of things you should do on a consistent basis. If you do those, you will continue to grow and expand your potential. If you don't, you will plateau. Business sense. Kel from a book titled Jumpstart Your Growth. John C. Maxwell.
I decree and I
Business Sense brought to you by APSA, helping you do great things, new things this year. They say no matter how nice your landlord is, nothing beats owning your own home. APSA knows this, which is why this year we are helping you say yes to making it happen. With an APSA mortgage, you can finance your dream with flexible, tailored solutions. Get up to 5 million Ghana cedis with 5 to 15 years to pay back on a fixed interest rate. This year, say yes to your home sweet home. Visit an APSA bank today for an APSA mortgage today. Your story matters, APSA. I'll bring you the news review shortly. As brought to you by Zonatech and Fidelity Bank. Listen, you will have to swim in abundance this year because Zonatech has brought your luxury vehicle, that dream car you've been thinking of, and it's really affordable. Whether you're looking for heavy trucks, for great work, global giant Sinotrack, premium SUVs, pickups from Great Wall Cherry and Cherry Motors and Great Wall Motors and Cherry. We have dependable light-duty trucks by Forland, world-class construction equipment from Shantui and Sunny Group. So pass by Zondatech. We are around the N1, Jowulu, and in Tema. Fleets are built to international standards. So choose strength, choose quality, choose locally assembled excellence. While at it, we put homes and vehicles together at the Auto and Homes Fair lands. Auto and Home Fair. It's happening at the Good Park Accra Mall from the 28th to the 31st. Fidelity Bank is making this happen. So if you're looking for a new car or dream home, or you want to spruce up your space, come to the Good Park from the 28th to the 31st of May 2026. Own something special. Hills and Homes Fair is powered by Fidelity Bank, Ghana Limited. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. Fidelity is on the tech. I'm proud to be associated with the news review. Happy to welcome Samuel Attah-Mensah and Francisca Kakra Forson to the studio this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Good morning, Caleb. Yeah, by the grace of God, we are alive and kicking,
Wonderful.
full of energy.
Wonderful. Beautiful.
Bonjour, monsieur, ça va?
Bonjour,
Hey.
ça va très bien. Et vous?
Je vais bien, merci.
À demi.
Oh my goodness, but to my fancy, nobody is forcing you.
No,
Or English.
no,
Yeah,
today
because-
I'm speaking, c'est parler français aujourd'hui.
Tu parles français
Ce
aujourd'hui.
n'est pas fanté.
Okay.
C'est la français.
Anyway, good morning, guys.
Good
I'll
morning.
start off with the Daily Graphic newspaper front page stories. GN Savings and Loans License restored. Court of Appeal ruling comes with a picture of Dr. Papa Kwesi Indom. Also, Forestry Commission sets up camps to protect forest reserves. Don't ban second-hand clothing. Address the waste. Landfills to Landmarks co-founder says. And break elite state capture to bolster development. If you go to the back page of the Daily Graphic, GFA Dope Nation collaborate to rally support for Black Stars, and Ronaldo set for record 6th World Cup campaign.
Let me take you to the Ghanaian Times newspaper this morning. Front page, outdated laws hindering stray animal control. That is coming in from the vet service. And only 1 in 4 severely malnourished children receive life-saving treatment. And then restore license of GN Savings and Loans, court orders BOG. Now, when you go to the back page, Adentan gets second spillway to avert flood disaster.
Okay.
Okay, to the Inquisitor now, and a rather dramatic headline. At long last, restitution for PA as GN Savings and Loans license is restored. Also, Napo takes center stage at Education World Forum. Lack of beds not excuse to refuse emergency care. That's according to Professor Ajiman Bedu Akosa. Comes with this picture. Leave Ghana if you can't obey our laws. Fabac to shipping lines.
Let me take you to the Chronicle this morning. A very bold headline. Osahin fires ministers over early race to succeed President Mahama. And then Ghana on right path despite challenges. Ayariga speaking there. Halt creeping culture of silence, Akomia tells Mahama.
To the Daily Guide, and Bronye freed on 100,000 Ghana cedi bail. Also, police chase Arabic teacher for defiling 2 boys. TikToker arrested over Mahama death threat. Minority demands probe into Dumso and restore GN savings and loans license assets that's an order to the Bank of Ghana.
The Herald newspaper, endless death threats against President Mahama and wife raise security concerns, and Lance Minister to unmask national security figures in Galamsey. And then another dramatic headline, crying wound to me, get water, during Deputy AG's Krillin cross-examination.
Front page of the Informer newspaper, death trap at Kanishi commuter school children risk lives as daily footbridge remains shut. Comes with a picture of the footbridge. Also, Galamsey hideout busted. Ahafo Security Council seizes excavators in major crackdown. ASAP warns Parliament and government. Also in this issue, Peace Council warns against rising political tensions. And Baumia rejects factional politics, calls for unity in NPP. No bed is no excuse. Professor Akosa demands mandatory emergency care in hospitals. Finally, Zoom Lion begins Nairobi waste transformation.
It appears this Galamsey story is in almost all the papers. National Security sacks operative over alleged Galamsey links, cautions public on impersonation. And Lands Ministry commends National Security for swift crackdown on alleged fake operatives in Galamsey raid. Meanwhile, CDS inspects Burma camp redevelopment works at Meadow Lines and relocation unit. And it's been a difficult 7 years, but will make our second coming better. Dr. Papa Kwesi Indum speaking on the GN Savings and Loans license victory.
Okay, the Daily Gist. Afenyo Markin takes on Ibrahim Mahama over Damang mine deal. Eastern Regional Minister exposed for stealing Akufo-Addo projects from Mahama. High Court grants 100,000 Ghana City bail to Abronye as MPP reports judge to CJ, and many others.
Okay, the News Center paper this morning, front page, they have a photo of Sami Jemfi, CEO of Gold and then the Gaman chair. The story says, reclaim Galamsey lands for youth project, Gaman chair, on that. And then Margin celebrates NIA at 20 and ECD ready for rollout, coming in from the BOG Governor, Dr. Johnson Esiama. And Agenda 111 site turned into We Smokers Hideout, Snake Dentons. That is how they've captured the headline on the News Center front page.
Let me take you online quickly. CityNewsroom.com. Nearly 30% of Ghanaians turn to betting to survive despite rising incomes. There's a special report here that's bringing this to our attention. And baby, 2 others killed in Kaswa Winneba Highway accident. PAC calls for closure of Kanda Cow Market over sanitation concerns. If you go to channel1newsonline.com, lack of utilities delays operationalization of Hohoi Light Industrial Park Assembly. License restored but trust lost. Toma Mihe on GN Savings and Loans recovery. And then also Chairman Wontumi denies authorizing mining on Akunta concession. If you go to my journal online, we have not arrived yet. Bankers urge caution amid economic recovery. Chairman Wontumi's fate near as court gives final deadline for witness. Plastic waste driving flooding and climate concerns in Bamahu. Youth climate reporter is speaking. If you go to the High Street Journal, BOG likely to appeal GN Savings and Loans ruling at the Supreme Court, and limited access to finance continues to stall growth in Ghana's garment sector. Very important story here. If you go to the Reuters, inside the unraveling of U.S. diplomacy and Trump, it's an article that's here, and there is more on the BBC Africa. Angry crowd sets Ebola hospital tents on fire in DRC. If you go to the BBC, Trump says he's sending 5,000 troops to Poland, deepening confusion over U.S. military deployments to Europe. What are we going to start?
You see,
from?
I want to start with children. Okay, so I have the 2 stories from Daily Guide. I think that they are very concerning. The first story is police chase Arabic teacher for defiling 2 boys, and the second is SOS for child victims and others. Why Ghana needs a sex offender register now. It's coming from prolific journalist and writer Ajua Yeboah-Fari.
The Arabic teacher's story came a bit earlier in the week.
So just quickly, I'll just do
Please
a few sentences. It says the Western Regional Police Command has declared one Sule Anas, an Arabic teacher wanted in connection with defilement and unnatural carnal knowledge of 2 minors at Fijai, Zongo's Central, near Sekendi in Western Region. According to the Regional Police Command, the Arabic teacher was employed by leaders of the Fijai Zongo Central community to teach their children Arabic on weekends. And police investigations further indicated that the suspect lured the victims into a storeroom inside the mosque with the pretext of doing spiritual cleansing for them and ended up sodomizing and defiling the minors. Okay, and you will recall the presser by the police CID, Madame Lydia Donko. In the wake of that, there's a story, SOS for child victims and others, why Ghana needs a sex offender register now. And Madame Ajoy Boafo writes, in view of recent alarming disclosures about sex crimes, particularly against children, it appears it is high time the Ghana Police Service established, and this is in capital letters, a sex offender register, especially to protect the young from depraved sexual predators. Regrettably, it is more than a week since Ghana's Criminal Investigation Department, CID, highlighted the shattering crimes against children in the country. Yet, so far, little or no reaction from expected concerned quarters. The headline of the Daily Guide newspaper on May 14th captured it emphatically, quoting the CID, "We are overwhelmed with child sexual offenses." Equally distressing, prior to that, the Ghanaian Times had a headline, "Defilement tops child abuse cases in Ghana. Child Rights International Study reveals." My hope, and this is the author, is that the Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opokwajiman, chairperson of the Police Council, and other members, notably Interior Minister, the IGP, will give positive consideration to this SOS for the sake of the suffering, voiceless, vulnerable.
It's a very important call, and we endorse that.
Okay, since we are talking about children, yes, we'll go to that. But only 1 in 4 severely malnourished children receive life-saving treatment. And the story by Abigail Anom. Now, only 25%, representing 1 in 4 Ghanaian children identified with severe acute malnutrition, received a life-saving, ready-to-use therapeutic food needed for their recovery. SAM, which commonly affects children under 5 years, leaves them extremely thin, weak, and vulnerable to infections, increasing their risk of death if not treated early. That is some startling statistics there.
Okay, can we look at Galamsey and illegal mining, etc.? If you go to page 13 of the Daily Graphic, the Forestry Commissioner set up camps to protect forest reserves. And I'll read a bit of the story by Timothy Ingebe and Gilbert Mauli Agbe. It says that the Forestry Commission is taking a major step towards protecting the country's forest reserves from further destruction by illegal miners following the inauguration of 10 forest protection camps and 2 checkpoints at hotspot areas. The camps, cited as strategic locations on the fringes of the forest reserves, will serve permanent bases for trained forest guards. Equipped with communication gadgets and weapons, each camp comprises an office, 4 bedrooms, a fully furnished kitchen, and a place of convenience. If you go to, well, it's got a bit of sub-headlines. I'll take 2 and then I can go to if you go to operational capacity, the Chief Executive of the Forestry Commission, Dr. Hugh C.A. Brown, described the inauguration of the protection camps as a key milestone in the Commission's comprehensive approach to forest protection. He said apart from enhancing the Commission's operational capacity, the camps marked a paradigm shift in the way forest reserve protection was undertaken in the country. Quote, "We are moving away from the era where a single forest guard lives in a rented range community to one living in a camp with his colleagues and working in teams. Indeed, there's strength and synergy in numbers." And this is in collaboration with the UK government. And the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources was also his speech was read. A speech was read on his behalf, and he endorsed the collaboration between the Ghana government and the UK government.
Okay, let me stay with Galamsey because a story in the Ghanaian Point, page 3. National Security sacks operative over alleged Galamsey links, cautions public on impersonation. The National Security Secretariat has dismissed one of 8 operatives, Mr. Ebenezer Amankwa, following an internal investigation into allegations linking him to illegal mining activities in part of the Western region, as authorities intensify efforts to clamp down on Galamsey and related security impersonation. Now, the development follows the arrest of 4 armed illegal miners at Domanase on Wednesday, May 20, 2026, during an operation along the river Cobra, who pointed him as their leader.
Okay,
Pretty much a good one there. And then a quick one, the Lands Ministry is commending the National Security for that swift crackdown on that fake National Security operative.
All right. So if you, the other big story here, GN Savings and Loans ready to resume operations. Julian Odamiasari writes that the legal counsel for GN Savings and Loans, Cletus Alenga, says the company is prepared to resume full operations following the Court of Appeal's decision to restore its operating license. According to him, the company has consistently maintained that it remains solvent and was always prepared to continue operations despite the revocation of its license during the banking sector cleanup exercise. Now, BOG likely to appeal GN Savings and Loans ruling at the Supreme Court, and this is what the High Street Journal is going with. The sources known to the High Street Journal indicate that the Bank of Ghana is considering an appeal to the Supreme Court of Ghana following Thursday's Court of Appeal decision restoring the operating licenses of GN Savings and Loans Company Limited. And there's been a lot of reactions to this particular one. Toma Mihe, for example, says license restored but trust is lost. Toma Mihe on the return of the license to GN Savings and Loans.
Okay.
So there are more stories on this particular one.
In a related matter, now Indum on GN Savings and Loans license victory says it's been a difficult 7 years, but we'll make our second coming better. Story in the Ghanaian Point, page 5. Founder of GN Savings and Loans, Dr. Papakwesi Indum, has described the past 7 years as one of the most difficult periods of his business life following the revocation of the company's license by the Bank of Ghana. Now, speaking after the judgment, Dr. Indum expressed gratitude to employees, families, and supporters who stood by the institution throughout the long legal dispute, describing the ordeal as very, very difficult.
Kakra, what do you want to take us?
Okay, I
Because-
want to look at this interesting human interest story. Death trap at Kaneshi. Commuter school children risk lives daily as footbridge remains shut.
It's still not
And
open.
a new desk report is, making the point again. Fear, frustration, and danger now define Daily Highway enclave as the prolonged closure of the Kaneshi footbridge continues to force traders, commuters, school children, and the elderly to dangerously dash across one of Accra's busiest highways. What was expected to be a temporary closure for rehabilitation has now escalated into a growing public safety concern, with residents warning that the situation is gradually turning into a disaster waiting to happen. And so the attention of the local authorities there should be drawn again.
Yeah.
They should get whatever the problem is sorted out
It
so
was
that
shut
people
down
can safely
for
cross the road.
repairs, and
Yes.
then they had made some pedestrian walkway for people to cross to move across the road, but I think it's taking a while longer. Let me draw your attention to this story on betting, because we are told 30% of Ghanaians are turning to betting in order to survive despite rising incomes. So nearly 30% of working Ghanaians are increasingly turning to gambling and betting as a coping mechanism to cover daily expenses and debt obligations, despite signs of improving income levels and easing financial pressures in the economy. This is according to the latest Old Mutual Financial Wellness Monitor, which paints a mixed picture of cautious recovery and lingering financial vulnerability among working Ghanaians. The report reviews that although 37% of respondents say they are earning more than they did a year ago, an improvement from 22% in 2023, many households remain financially exposed. More details on citynewsroom.com this morning.
I don't know if it's related, but inside the Daily Gist newspaper, there's a story that says Ghana is hard, according to Asiedu Nketia, and the paper, the story
you mean
by
the General Mosquito himself?
the general himself. The story by Issa Olegor says national chairman of the governing National Democratic Congress (NDC), Johnson Asiedu Nketia, has acknowledged growing frustrations among party supporters and ordinary Ghanaians over economic hardship, unemployment, and delayed political rewards as pressure mounts on the administration of President Mahama about 1.5 years after returning to power. He was speaking during a meeting with constituency executives and party supporters in Zabzugu constituency on Tuesday, and he appealed for patience and loyalty among grassroots members. That's the story about Ghana being hard.
Let me take you to an interesting story here, page 12 of the Ghanaian Times. Outdated laws hindering stray animal control, vet services. I think we spoke to them yesterday and did a whole show on that. And the story by Inokinti Amuasiao. The Risk Communication Officer of the Veterinary Services Directorate, Dr. Benjamin Kisi-Sasu, has called for the speedy passage of the Animal Health Bill to strengthen efforts to combat the growing menace of stray animals across the country. I think I'll read just this because we did a whole show on it and hoping that authorities will take action on that.
I wanted to come in just before you brought, because you read a story about...
the Public Account Committee calling for the closure of the...
the betting story. Yes. An economic matter. And then you have the story about... Ghana being hard, etc. There's a story on page 13 of the Daily Graphic that talks. The headline is that break elite state capture to bolster development. Professor Mauko Yevuga, and the story written by Dixon Wolanyo Doche reads: an international relations expert, Professor Lord Mauko Yevuga, has called for urgent reforms to curb elite capture of state institutions, warning that it remains a major obstacle to Africa's development and global influence. He explained elite capture as a few people in key positions hijacking state institutions to keep control and also act as gatekeepers for external interests. Professor Mauko Yevuga, who is an associate professor at the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GIMPA, argued that African elites often operated within a global system that constrained Africa's development and in many cases helped to reproduce those constraints domestically. They do so by sometimes prioritizing elite survival and external alignment over continental integration and broad-based development. Let me just add a quote from him. He says, the post-colonial political elite class in many cases has produced this gatekeeper function, using control of the state's value in global capital as a source of accumulation and political patronage rather than a lever for development.
Let me end with one from the continent. Angry crowd sets Ebola hospital tents on fire in DRC. An angry crowd set alight a section of a hospital at the epicenter of the Ebola outbreak in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo after family and friends of a young man thought to have died from the virus were prevented from taking his body away for burial. They started throwing projectiles at the hospital. They even set fire to tents that were being used as isolation centers. Local politician Luke Malemba told BBC about the scene he witnessed at the Rampara General Hospital. So that is how we will wrap the news review from online and the newspapers. Thank you, Kakra. Thank you, Samuel. We will jump into more details of some of the stories later on the show.
Yes, sir.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
It's time for the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Ni Latte is here. And all you need to know in the world of business. Good morning, Ni.
Friday morning, good morning to you, Caleb. Welcome to the breakfast edition of City Business News, brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Goel. Goel, good energy. I am Ni Latte with the details. Now, comply with Ghana's regulations or exit the market. That's the Food and Beverage Association of Ghana, FABAC, speaking to shipping lines operating in the country. This directive comes on the back of the decision by the Ghana Shippers Authority to regulate container administrative charges imposed by shipping lines and agents to help reduce the high cost of doing business at the port. But some shipping lines and agents have opposed the directive and taken steps including court action to stop its implementation. Executive Chairman of FABAC, Reverend John Awuni, tells Citi Business News shipping lines are against national interest.
The shipping lines who are unable to obey institutional laws of the country free to leave this country and allow those who are ready to abide by the laws of this country to operate. The Food and Beverage Association of Ghana expresses its unequivocal support for the Ghana Shippers Authority in its effort to protect the interests of Ghanaian importers, manufacturers, traders, and consumers against the unjustified and excessive charges imposed by the international shipping lines operating in Ghana over the years. We have taken note of the suit reportedly filed by certain shipping lines seeking an injunction against the implementation and enforcement of regulatory measures by the Ghana Shippers Authority. We view this action as detrimental to the broader national interest.
Reverend John Awuni is the Executive Chairman of the Food and Beverage Association of Ghana. Economic activity strengthened significantly in the first quarter of 2026, with the Bank of Ghana Composite Index of Economic Activity recording a 12.6% year-on-year growth in March 2026 compared to 2.3% in the same period last year. Here's more from the May summary of economic and financial data published by the Central Bank.
The latest real sector indicators released by the bank showed that the expansion was driven mainly by stronger private sector credit growth, higher consumption, increased industrial production, and improved international trade activity. However, the bank's latest confidence surveys conducted in April 2026 pointed to a moderation in consumer and business sentiment despite remaining relatively elevated. The Consumer Confidence Index declined to 113.4 in April 2026 from the 117.7 in February 2026, while the Business Confidence Index eased to 108.1 from the 110.1 over the same period. According to the central bank, the softening in sentiment reflected concerns over the domestic implications of the ongoing Middle East conflict.
Emmanuel Opon with that Business Desk report. The Public Accounts Committee is proposing the institutionalization of the annual publication of all government arrears, outstanding claims and commitments to strengthen fiscal discipline and expenditure control. 8.1 billion Ghana cedis has been rejected by the Auditor General in terms of payment claims submitted by ministries and agencies during the 2024 financial year, citing issues such as missing documentation, duplicate claims, fabricated invoices, and falsified store receipts. Chairperson of the committee, Bernard Avle, says the proposal, if adopted, would reduce the need for recurring special audits.
Fairness does not mean softness on wrongdoing. The committee remains deeply concerned about recurring infractions within the public service, including unsupported expenditures, procurement breaches, weak internal controls, delayed retirement of payroll irregularities, and in some instances, the deliberate padding of invoices and inflation of claims. These issues are not merely accounting errors. They undermine public trust and weaken confidence in state institutions. We therefore wish to remind all public servants and civil servants that accountability begins long before one appears before the Public Accounts Committee. It begins at the point of decision-making, documentation, procurement, certification, and payment approval.
Chairperson of the Public Accounts Committee, Abna Ose Asari. On the forex market this morning, the dollar is trading at 12 cedis 20 pesos, the British pound at 16 cedis 25 pesos. That of the euro could be sold to you at 14 cedis 10 pesos. These are average forex bill rates and not the Bank of Ghana's interbank rate, so please be guided. And that's it for the breakfast edition of Citi Business News. Our stories and more on citinewsroom.com/business. I'm Nik Amarteifio. Do have a good business day. Coming up next is the Citi Business Edition.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Shout! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information.
MTN.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Raging all the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Good energy powers the things that people do to empower themselves. It fuels families, communities, businesses. Good energy fuels nations. It gets things going and keeps them moving. Good energy isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Goyle, good energy.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
At 9:07 last week, we brought you a conversation on Africa's cross-border payments. My neighbor actually came to knock on my door to request for a link to this particular episode. What we brought you, the conversation, the big debate on Africa's cross-border payments and how the Bank of Ghana and other countries on the continent are leading the charge. So Nik Amarteifio's conversation from last week will bring you a final part to that. It will be on our YouTube channel, so you can find that. That of last week is already on our YouTube channel. Just search the big debate on Africa's cross-border payments, Citi Business News. You will find it and you can enjoy it. We'll bring you a part 2 of it, so just sit tight. That is coming shortly. If you're looking for quality fuel that gives your engine smooth performance, don't look any further. Growell Super XPs of premium quality gives you the correct choice when buying regular fuel. Just go fuel up your vehicle and enjoy a smooth ride with all the benefits. As you journey the road, look out for Growell stations and fuel up your vehicle with quality you can trust. Growell, good energy. Attention! If your money is controlling you, now it's time to take charge. EcoBank mobile app gives you the power to command your money to transact across 33 African countries and anywhere in the world. So command your money, make all the payments you need to, whether it's water, electricity, school fees. You can do bank and mobile money transfers, create virtual cards to buy only what you need. Money Commander, download the EcoBank mobile app now on the App or Play Store and command your money. Command also means you're paying attention to details. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details. So when you are in doubt, please call the EcoBank call center on 0800 003225. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. Now, guess what? The girls are streaming the latest Netflix series. That special playlist is rolling. Daddy is on his usual Teams video calls. Uploads are uploading. Downloads are downloading. Not a single person says my data is finished. That's the power MTN Fiber gives you. Unlimited internet for endless streaming, endless connections, endless everything for your home. Just log into the My MTN app now and tap broadband or dial star 5057 hash. Get your preferred unlimited MTN fiber package. MTN is with you everywhere you go. Lesheho Savings and Loans, great news for you. Fala season is on. If you apply for a loan today, you can sort out all your needs and this will be at the best rate on the market. Fala season on. WhatsApp or call Nana 02700 40 799 hours. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Lesheho, let's improve life. And just before I bring you Nik Amarteifio's conversation on the big debate on Africa's cross-border payments and how the Bank of Ghana and other countries on the continent are leading the charge, Henley and Partners are the global leader in residence and citizenship planning. They help investors and their families secure alternative residence or citizenship through leading programs worldwide. And we advise on the best program for you and your family and assist with the entire application process every step of the way. Now, for many Ghanaians, the key drivers for seeking alternative residence and citizenship include greater global mobility, investment diversification, business expansion, etc., etc. Popular options for Ghanaians include Caribbean citizenship program like Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as residence by investment programs in Greece, Portugal, Malta, UAE, UK, Canada, and the USA. So call us now 0206 042 101, 0206 042 101. Email ghana@henleyglobal.com. The Galleria is where our office is at Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel. henleyglobal.com is where to visit online. So let's jump into the big debate on Africa's cross-border payments. 0539986996 is our WhatsApp line. You can engage at all times. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube as well. So enjoy this conversation. We'll be right back.
Show, the city's biggest conversation.
.3 Citi FM is the station. My name is Nik Amarteifio. Today we are continuing our conversation we had last week on Ghana's digital currency leadership, powering cross-border trade under AFCFTA. And it's a conversation we began last week talking about some of the common pillars when it comes to Pan-African digital currency corridor. 2 live ones that the Bank of Ghana has introduced. How do we scale architecture to onboard further African central banks from Accra? Also remove the USD and Euro as forced middlemen in terms of bilateral Africa trade, as well as private-public interoperability. How do we achieve all of these in the context of financial inclusion, access to credit, and digital currency on the African continent? I'm Nik Amarteifio. Thank you so much for joining us. My guest once again, Oreku Asari, Head of FinTech and Innovation, the Bank of Ghana. Samuel Nkokocha, he's CEO of Francisca. Suti Mbabazi, Managing Director, Better Than Cash Alliance. And then Bridget Harrington, she is CEO of Ijere Continental Trading Company. Thank you so much for joining me once again. It was a good conversation last week. I'm sure you're happy to have the second round of conversation.
Oh, yeah.
More than happy. Indeed. So, Oreku, let me begin with you. For someone who didn't follow the conversation last week, what are we discussing and where are we?
I think last week was quite interesting and quite educative and informative. What we looked at was why Bank of Ghana leading this, and I think the highlight was basically you need to be able to get a lead regulator to be able to marshal almost everybody around. So Bank of Ghana in the past have had a very good relationship with Rwanda, and because we both Ghana and Rwanda on the CBDC project, it makes it easier for the digital public currency to be anchored between the two countries. For Nigeria, next door, big trading partner. Nigeria has gone ahead with, in terms of stablecoins volumes, it's quite high. Ghana has been bold enough to come out with a legislative instrument for virtual asset service providers. So it also makes it easier for Ghana and Nigeria to use a private digital currency, which is stablecoins, to be able to trade, allow that MSMEs to be able to have access. Okay. And also, if we are even facilitating or making it easier for payment to be done within two countries, why don't you also try as much as possible to provide some access in terms of access to credit? We touched about on that little bit, but I think today we'll have an opportunity to expand it, because before somebody can move goods to another continent, they need to have access to credit. And then I think finally, we talked about the pain that Bridget goes through and the likes of Bridget go through in moving value within the continent in terms of speed,
two live
cost,
corridors,
exactly.
Rwanda and Nigeria. Are there plans to scale it up to other countries on the continent?
Yeah, those of us who were at 3i, and this is for the listeners, we had 7 participating governors from different countries: Tanzania, Rwanda, Zambia, Sudan, just name them. All of them actually committed to being part of what we're trying to do. So you need to be able to start small, but get others to join.
I see. Thank you very much, Oriku. Let me come to Bridget. She's already nodding. I don't know what she wants to add. What Oriku you have said. The floor is yours, Bridget.
So I'm so glad to follow him, because one of the things that has not been mentioned here is that the 2 initial signers on the AFCFTA agreement were Rwanda and Ghana.
Indeed.
And as a Ghanaian living in Rwanda, it is such a pleasure to be part of this conversation, because I'm operating on both sides of the continent. In Rwanda, we were the first to export under the AFCFTA Guided Trade Initiative, and we sent 105 kilos of coffee from Rwanda to Ghana. And in Ghana, my company here sends cocoa powder and also chocolate bars. So Fair Afrique chocolate and Gold Coast cocoa powder from Ghana to Rwanda that we put in the supermarket. So this relationship between Ghana and Rwanda is an amazing relationship that started with the initiation of the agreement. So for me, when we talk about the digital currency and this not only exploration but initiation of I'm going to say cross-continent financial trading, it's just perfectly in line with what's already been done.
So is the point you are trying to make is if we are talking about CBDC as well as stable coins, right? So if you have stable coins today or even tomorrow, you prefer it to paying your supply, for example, in Nigeria with USD?
I don't pay anybody in USD. I'm not interested. Only if you're in the US.
I like how you put it.
And when somebody tries to charge me in USD on the continent, the first question I ask them is, are we in the US and somebody forgot to tell me? Because I don't think that that's the local currency. So come back and tell me what the price is in the local currency and let me pay you that way.
Okay.
Because that way we both win. Otherwise we both lose if we use USD, pound sterling, or euros.
So last week, I remember you as well as Shuti, you mentioned some 7% you lose as a result of the current turn of event or the current form of trade. Are you able to explain it further, clarify some of the issues, and tell us what exactly is going to change if you are able to achieve this particular, cross-border trade using the digital currency we're talking about?
I think so. So basically what it boils down to is this. Right now, if I am sending currency from one country to another country, normally what I will do, to be perfectly honest with you, is I'll use rapid transfer. So I will send, if I have to pay, let's say I pay a vendor here in Ghana, right, for storage, because we have an e-commerce platform. So what I'll do is I'll send Rwandan francs. It shows up in my account here as Ghana cedis, and then I'm able to pay my local supplier by transferring money from my local account to their local account, whatever bank it is in Ghana. Now, that whole process, it doesn't take a lot of time, but what it does is it's going to cost me 1.5% for the transaction. And then if I look at it in real time, then what I'm talking about is what is the actual exchange rate on the ground versus what exchange rate is the bank using. And that's where that other, I would say 5% comes in. So it's about a 5% variance. So really you're talking about maybe 6.5 to 7%, somewhere around there. Now, if I'm able to transact in CBDC, then that means that I'm no longer having to deal with the exchange rate, because as I understand it, when I go to my financial institution, what gets transferred is not necessarily going to be the actual franc itself, but either the stable coin or the other type of currency, which means that it's one-to-one talking to each other. So whatever the value of that's already been done in country. So there's no addition to that. It's just, okay, here you go. It's a handshake.
I see.
And it's seamless. So I'm all for it. I'm like really excited about it.
I'm sure Samuel agrees. And since he is the fintech guy, I have 2-in-1 question for you. So first, if you are able to eliminate the foreign element in cross-border trade using the CBD and as well as the stable coins, we are able to make some savings. Now, who is going to benefit most? Is it the central bank? Is it the fintech, or even the trader? Where does the savings go to? You should be able to tell us that. And also, there's a bit of transparency. Cross-border trade, the value chain, and also the players in there. Most often than not, you do not see the players. They are always at the back end. How do you convince anyone that this is going to be transparent, this is going to be fair, and everything is safe? So 2-in-1. You talk about who is benefiting in terms of the savings and how transparent this is going to be.
All right, let me take this transparency and then I'll go back to who's benefiting.
All right.
So for transparency, the good thing about regulated VASP is we have the Bank of Ghana regulating everything, and everything we do is reported to the Bank of Ghana. The Bank of Ghana has access to all we do. So at that point, it's as transparent as it gets, and it's safe, and then it's secure. So if you consider the issue of the stable coins, you'd have audited infrastructure where we ensure every stable coin that we mint has an equivalent in the bank. There is continued regulation from BOG to check what is happening with us, and they have access to on-chain checks where they can see what's on-chain versus what we have minted versus what we have in the bank. So on the level of transparency, there's actually, it's really as transparent as it gets. There's no thing that's heading to the Bank of Ghana. There's nothing that's off the books. Everything's on the books. Everything is compliant. Reporting is being done on a constant basis, and we are ensuring that it's as bank grade as it gets. So that's where it comes to. And for the savings, who's benefiting from the savings? Ultimately, I think it goes 3 ways, because the initially you'd have the transactions going over SWIFT or going out the continent and then coming back, and you'd have third-party institutions taking charges that increase the cost of transaction or cost of trade, for instance. So you'd have, let's say, indigenous fintechs being able to capture a little bit of that commission, not taking as much as you probably have when you go over outside the continent and come back. And then you'd have a benefit that would come to the trader because we are able to reduce the commissions. You'd have the commissions going down to as low as, let's say, 1 to 3%, and then you probably have a few other charges that might come with, let's say, spread on FX or whatever else comes in there. So that's where the trader benefits. And then for the Bank of Ghana, pretty much it's being able to not have to chase Forex, for instance. That's like one way you can look at it. If you're looking to send money outside of the country, you don't need to do a third leg to go to which other local currency you want to go to. You're able to go directly from cedi to franc because you have a relationship, you have established exchange rates between the two countries. Bank of Ghana is able to oversee that and ensure that we are not developing a parallel exchange rate system where everything is in their purview and they are able to adjust or require certain compliance or make certain compliance requirements to make sure the market is as they desire. So ultimately, it's a win-win-win situation for everybody.
For everyone in the value chain.
And ultimately, a last win for the continent. So the business, the fintechs, the SMEs, the Bank of Ghana, and then ultimately for the continent as we try to create our own path and then do things our own way.
This is still the Citi Business Edition of 97.3 Citi FM. I am Nik Amarteifio. We are talking about how Ghana is at the fore and actually leading the charge when it comes to Africa's cross-border trade and digital currency strategy. I have a representative from the Bank of Ghana. I have a fintech person in studio as well as an entrepreneur. All of them helping us really appreciate how Ghana is going ahead with its digital currency strategy. I'm taking a short break. When I come back, I'll be talking about interministerial coordination and how the conversation also fits in when it comes to financial inclusion and access to credit. Don't go away. You're welcome back to the Citi Business Edition on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Nik Amarteifio. We continue our conversation on Ghana's digital currency leadership, how we are powering cross-border trade under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. Back in studio is Oreku, Bridget, and Samuel. But let me yield to you, Oreku, and then ask you how this is different from our quest in pushing the ECOWAS currency. How different is this from it? Are we abandoning it? Is it complementing each other? What really are we seeking to do?
What I just want you to understand is that, in the first place, we've never been able to establish an ECOWAS currency.
Because of issues with divergence criteria and all that.
So I think technology is giving us an opportunity to correct that, to right that wrong. We've had situations, I think the conversation around ECOWAS currency started 3 decades ago. We are still talking. But I believe the digital public currency, which is CBDC, digital private currency, which is stablecoin, gives us the opportunity to move to the next frontier. So I think it's an opportunity for Africa. It's actually a win for Africa, African countries to be able to be part of this, because whichever way you see it, the US, they were very smart in establishing Genius Act to support their stablecoin issuance. What it basically means is that if you are holding a USDT, you are literally buying US Treasury. But if you have a local currency stablecoins, you are buying some backing instrument which is in the country. So you are helping develop your country. If you have CBDC, which is ECD or e-franc, you are actually literally reducing the cost of printing cash. So there's a lot of benefits. So I believe as citizens, the central bank is trying as much as possible to bring efficiency and a lot more, as Nshuti rightly said, 50 countries, they've actually signed this digital trade protocol with the EFCFTA. So what it means is that we are ready to trade amongst ourselves. But our problem has been the payments is a challenge. So we see CBDC and stablecoins as payment form factors. You should be able to, let's say Bridget here will receive an order from Rwanda, or she needs to pay for an order in Rwanda. It's Friday, or at this time, 5, whatever time it is. If end of day, she needs to make that payment for the goods to get on the flight within 20 minutes. She will be able to do it, and instantly the funds will get there. But without digital currency, do you know what would have happened?
Tell me about it.
She has to get a bank to be ready to do it at the 11th hour. When it gets done, it will go through Europe, intermediary bank account, and it will not get there on time. It will get there 3 days after. So what digital currency is bringing us to is to help reduce costs, increase speed, and also ensure that we are not setting liquidity positions aside.
I see. So you talk about decreasing the cost, increasing the speed, and also
eliminating liquidity positions. Yes.
I see. But how do you also see these life corridors you are talking about helping shape financial inclusion across the continent? You know, there's currency, there's money, there's trade, all of it fitting into the box of, financial inclusion, as well as access to capital. What happens to the traditional means of raising capital? Will this, life corridor also solve that issue? Since you're an entrepreneur here, help me.
I want to say thank you for asking me that question because I don't think that was necessarily in the script, but it's so important because when we talk about the fact that, and I believe you started off saying, referring to the fact that there's only 15% intra-Africa trade, and I think Nchuti said something to the effect of there are so many unbanked and so many, and what we call them is informal trade that takes place. And so in this informal trading, what happens is the people that are transacting in cash, number one, it doesn't get recorded anywhere. Number two, they probably don't have bank accounts. Number three, they definitely don't have access to credit, because in order to have access to credit, you would have to have some sort of financial history to prove that you're credit worthy, or to be able to tell a bank or a lending institution, this is the amount of business that I did last year, these were my expenses, this is how much money was left at the end of it. And by having a digital wallet, it does a couple different things. It includes them into the formal market. It also gives them a track record of the money that has come in, the money that has gone out. And so now I can take that information, even if it's just from Momo, I can have that printed out, take it somewhere, and be able to demonstrate that in the past 6 months, in the past year, this is the amount of business that I've transacted. This is what my cost of goods were. This is what my cost of sales was. And this was my net profit. And so that in and of itself now starts to include that individual into something called the formal sector. But it also does another thing. It makes whatever business that they're doing, it makes it visible. It now makes it formal. And by making it formal, it makes it quantifiable. And by making it quantifiable, wow, it makes them included. Because whatever business that they're doing is now included in that 15%. And I think that what you'll find is that 15% could very, very quickly turn into 50%.
So from formalization, we're able to quantify them, and then it makes them included.
Thank you.
I like how you put it. But Samuel, we've spoken a lot about the good sides of, the life corridor. Yeah. What do you see, or what do you foresee if you look into the crystal ball? Are we able to tell what kind of challenges we are going to face? If indeed we are going to face challenges, how do we surmount all these challenges? What are going to be the, mitigating, factors, and how we can able to scale up, eliminate all these? We are eliminating middlemen, right? So we should be able to eliminate our challenges as well.
Yeah. So I mean, we're looking at being able to take all the multiple rails that we have and take advantage of them. So CBDC, stablecoin, and then fiat rails as well, depending on what the case is. The challenges that we are going to face along the way are going to be challenges that working together in terms of regulatory challenges. Okay. There's pretty much working with the banks during the process of developing the solutions. When we hit roadblocks, we have to go back to the regulators and say, this is what the regulation says, this is how it was saying we should be able to do it, but the issues on the ground are telling us something else. How do we do a workaround to make sure we achieve the goals and still stay compliant and stay within the regulation? So it's pretty much conversations. Keep having conversations with the players in the ecosystem, and then being able to solve the problems together. That's really the only way we can move forward in this space.
It's quite interesting how you are ending on the subject of regulation, and the regulator is the director and he's actually said that in 2027 we should be able to fully implement the life corridors and benefits. So if by 2027 we have not been able to achieve that, who are we to blame?
We take the full blame. We take the full bill because, as I said, we want to lead this as a central bank. So we are going to be the lead regulator and work with other partners as well in terms of Rwanda and then Nigeria.
Your closing remarks, Bridget.
These are exciting times in Africa, and I am so happy to be part of it because what you are witnessing here, just with this panel, and what's happening behind the scenes is a transformation that's happening on this continent, where people have actually awakened, young people are getting involved, women are getting involved, they're becoming bankable and banked. Trade is happening, and now with the facilitation of ease of payment, these are interesting times. I am so excited. The only thing I wish was that I was about 20 years younger so that 20 years from now I would be able to really, really see what's going on and still be part of this transformation that's happening. So I'm excited.
I see. Are you also excited, Oreku?
More than excited.
Samuel, are you also excited?
Super excited.
And so are you to expect some form of accelerated sandbox in terms of the digital trade and also finance as you also do your other activities?
Yeah, anything that we both don't know the outcomes, we put it in the sandbox, learn together, and we come up with frameworks.
Okay.
So that's the direction.
Okay. And when that framework comes, fintech player, what are you going to do?
So those frameworks, we're actually working with the bank to be able to develop those frameworks. So actually, as it stands now, we are working in Sandbox together with the bank, and then we are developing the use cases. We are having those discussions I was saying earlier, trying to solve the difficult problems to make sure the people on the ground are actually benefiting from it. It's not just stuff that we think up. We do it in isolation. So we do it, we have a conversation with them, we go back, we give feedback to the regulator, and then that's how it's going to be. And then we're going to have a highly streamlined framework, and then once it comes out, everybody is going to be happy with what we come up with.
Those were the concluding words of Samuel in Kokocha. He is CEO of Francisca. Earlier, you heard Oreku Asare, Head of FinTech and Innovation at the Bank of Ghana, plus Bridget Harrington, CEO of Ijre Continental Trading Company, helping us really appreciate the Bank of Ghana's 2 live corridors in terms of cross-border trade and the country's digital currency, the strategy, the implementation, the policy directive, and also how traders across the African continent are going to fully implement and also benefit from this particular trading activity. How do we scale it up? We've heard all of that on today's edition of the Citi Business Edition on 97.3 Citi FM. I want to say I wish the Bank of Ghana and other players well in this particular drive. Until then, see you same time next week on the Citi Business Edition on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Nik Amarteifio. The Citi Breakfast Show continues.
The city's biggest conversation.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, bruh, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want town. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Pepper powder,
FDA aji ejade nkrato yatum
Ago Kenu Jamba Jambamba
Beyond what the mind should know.
Sunny Gold Brown Sugar, available in a shop near you.
Sunny Gold
Wakashi. This advert is FDA approved.
Is your home and office protected against crime? Trelidor, Africa's strongest burglar-proofing, provides fixed and sliding burglar-proof solutions for homes, shops, and offices. Trelidor has given Ghanaians peace of mind for over 20 years with the highest international standards backed by a 5-year warranty on materials and workmanship. Choose Trelidor. Call 0561 24 24 24 or simply Google Trelidor for more information. Trelidor, Africa's strongest burglar-proofing.
You have dreams to achieve, a degree to chase, a visa to land, a career to build. The one thing standing between you and all of it? Your English proficiency test. Choose PTE, Pearson Test of English. Faster, results in 48 hours. Fairer, AI scored, no human bias. Simpler, book up to 24 hours in advance and choose a test center near you. Book your test now at www.pearsonpte.com. PTE, do it worry-free.
Gino Pepe, how jolly hot lala, natural red color, same intense flavor. Gino Pepe powder, make jolly a jankasa. No MSG, no salt, no preservatives. Gino Pepe powder, truly hot, oh la la. Consistent heat, put it fryer, over filio. Gino Pepper Powder, make jolly a jankasa.
The name you trust, Gino Hot Pepper Powder, truly hot. This advert is FDA approved.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
It's 20 days to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and you're welcome to kick off on the Citi Breakfast Show, brought to you by Polytangana and Sheho. Let's improve life. I am Edwin Kwakofi. Let's get straight into the bulletin. And the Black Stars will face Mexico for the 5th time in an international friendly in Puebla as preparations continue for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The match is scheduled for Friday, the 22nd of May, but will kick off at 2 a.m. on Saturday, the 23rd of May, Ghana time. With the World Cup fast approaching, players from the Ghana Premier League and the national under-23 team are expected to use the game to push for places in Carlos Queiroz's final 26-man squad. City Sports' Gabi Ofe has more in this report.
Mexico and Ghana continue their preparations for the 2026 FIFA World Cup at the Estadio Cuauhtémoc on Friday, with both nations heading into the global tournament with differing objectives. Mexico, who are co-hosting the tournament alongside Canada and the United States, carry the added pressure of performing on home soil, while the Black Stars will be hoping new head coach Carlos Queiroz settles in quickly to help end their disappointing run of results. Just like Ghana, Mexico are also expected to be without several top stars for Friday night's encounter, but the Mexican national team will still be aiming to maintain their strong form ahead of the tournament they are set to co-host. Meanwhile, former Black Stars players Prince Tego and Emmanuel Ajimanbedu have urged the new faces in the Ghana squad to step up and impress as they push for places in Carlos Queiroz's final 26-man squad for the World Cup.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing to call. I mean, some few people to add up to the team to also justify their last game to see who, I mean, can be added to the role players. I mean, the role squad that used to play for the qualification. So whoever that gets this chance have to prove that is capable of being in the national team. That will also help the coach to do a good selection.
And get injured or they never come back again. So he's trying to test if he can get some numbers to add to the team. Ashimero has been in the team, and unfortunately because of injuries, he's on and off. Afenya Jan, we all know him. Osman know him. And those of us who champion for the local guys too, now he has given some the opportunity. Listen, that's the only thing we can do for them. They should go on the field, showcase their talents, convince the coach, and they can add them to the national team.
Neil Armstrong Motagbe, Head of Public Relations and Strategy at the Ghana Football Association, also weighed in on what the technical team will be looking out for after assembling a large group of players who could be making their Black Stars debut.
From a football fan's perspective, there might have been an expectation that they wanted to see some more familiar faces. But I believe from the technical team's perspective, they also want to see what other options could they bring up to help to bring some level of additional competitiveness within the ultimate squad that is announced. And I reckon that is the reason why we saw the call-out that we saw. And after tomorrow's game, I reckon that the technical team will be in a position to release the long-awaited squad for Mother Ghana.
City Sports' Gabi Ofe brought you that report. Away from that, the former president of the Ghana Football Association, Kwesi Nyantakyi, has led a charity outreach program for inmates at the Nsawam Media Security Prison. The initiative saw the donation of cash, food items, and sporting equipment aimed at supporting rehabilitation efforts through sports and social engagement. Bernard Avle witnessed the event and filed this report.
Association President Kwesi Nyantakyi has led a major charity outreach program for inmates of the Nsawam Medium Security Prison as part of efforts to support rehabilitation through sport and social engagement. As part of the donations, the prison received 20,000 Ghana cedis in cash support, 100 bags of rice, 50 packs of bottled water, 30 sets of jerseys, 29 footballs, and 49 host sets for players. Founder of the KN Foundations, Kwesi Nyantakyi, revealed that the initiative was inspired by a friend, motivating him to begin the outreach program aimed at supporting inmates and giving back to society.
I have a friend inside there. He attracted me there. And what I saw really inspired me to do more. And I thought that those who are outside the prison should show some concern to those who are inside. And as the commander said, anybody can be in prison.
General Secretary of the Professional Footballers Association of Ghana, Tony Boafo, said the program is intended to give hope to inmates while promoting discipline, unity, and personal reform through football and community support.
We gave more or less our image to create visibility and for the inmates to have a moment or some days or a week of happiness.
Former Black Stars midfielder Emmanuel Ajiman-Bedu also expressed appreciation for the opportunity to support the initiative, describing the gesture as a major boost for the inmates and the prison community.
And if you listen to some of the stories, we need a little bit patience. Most of the guys will not be here. But we have spoken to them that now that you cannot do anything, you just have to calm down, go through the sentence, and when you come home, change to be a better person.
That was a report by Bernard Avle. Let's head to Europe, where Southampton's spying on rival clubs was authorized by the head coach Tonda Eckert and was a contrived and determined plan from the top down. An independent disciplinary commission has ruled. The commission also said it was deplorable of the club to have used junior staff members to conduct the clandestine observation. The Saints were expelled from the championship playoffs after admitting observing opponents' training sessions and have been deducted 4 points for the 2026-27 championship season. And that's the latest in the world of sport. For more on all these stories, visit citysportsonline.com. Kickoff was powered by Politan Ghana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I'm Edwin Kwal Kofi. The Citi Breakfast Show with Caleb Kudah continues.
If you need unique services, innovative
financial solution. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, mama, hey mama, hey mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, come to let's share go. No matter your situation, come to let's share go. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go, we improve your life.
Cast your mind back to 2022. The prices were rising. The stress was high. Every liter of fuel felt like a sacrifice. Do you remember who stepped forward first? When others were comfortable with high prices, Star Oil chose you. We cut our own profits so you could keep your AC on, keep your engines running, and keep your life moving without the heavy burden. We gave you room to breathe when things felt tight. Because of you, our star savers, we became number one. Today, the pumps are a battleground. Others are finally cutting prices because they have to. But Star Oil, we do it because we want to. Don't just chase a price, remember a friendship. We were there for you then, and with new innovations coming your way, we are here for you now. Star Oil, still quality and affordable fuels for all.
Charlie, dream I'm nice. I get some serious meeting. Allah, motion. But Charlie, no credit today. Oh, but you relax. Momo day.
Hey, what funny.
Yes, so I borrow small, sort myself out, I pay back. We move. Spoil day. Ah, Charlie, you sure say you dey pay back? Yes, so that anytime somebody else they need them, Momo day. Be like I for can't borrow some more. Hey, you this boy. Don't go there and disgrace yourself. Allah, motion.
Responsible borrowing be the real flexo for today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. Borrow, sort them, pay back. Momo Day.
Buy any promo pack of Gino tomato mix, Gino pepper and onion, or Gino jollof tomato mix. Cut open the sachet, find the code inside, text the code free of charge to *844*99#. There's over $2.5 million series in airtime to be won, plus amazing appliances and the grand rewards, a brand new car, and an all expenses paid trip to a dream destination. This advert is FDA approved. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, I'll see you soon. Why, baby? Hey, my say, and my boyfriend, I could see about *959# when you phone so. Now we're winning.
Anita, I don't want doggy park.
Oh, one swa. I could see a answer about number one. I am arguing now. And then there was so yummy show, Papa B. Now me the toss a short, sexy dress, no. Now Mrs. Samiti. Now me yummy nails, no. So come on. Oh, no. Me fa uba. Make a do some small 1-2 rounds. Be answer me doing her. No, it's chia. Hey, Nana so he for order. So Chinese and the wine Papa B. And they mean this I check no.
Hey, Anita.
Na sa ni mia when you hear TV bi no. I also say sound. No top prepaid. Na me chilly AC. I no go fit sweat like that. See fine girl.
Hey, Anita.
Jesus.
Baby I want to know jina Mr. Remember dial *959#. Oh, iPhone app akotoma on. Na wanga senya usika so ate.
Sister, next time kati call no what? Dial *959# and I call 590mobile.com.gh. Not to be 590 mobile. Head down some.
Is your electricity bill too high? Let me show you how to control your energy costs and save a lot of money. Make maximum use of daylight. Use LED lights and open your windows to create a cross-air flow. Only turn the fan on to slow or medium speed when needed. Adjust the temperature of your refrigerator to the optimum range of 5 degrees Celsius to 7 degrees Celsius and the freezers to -18 degrees Celsius. Use your AC wisely. Don't set the temperature lower than 25 degrees Celsius. It consumes
consumes about 70% of the electricity in your homes. Change outdated equipment like motors, pumps, compressors, and boilers to energy-efficient ones. Conduct a systemic audit and improve the efficiency of your significant energy users. Implement a standardized energy management system like the ISO 50001. Visit www.valcotrustfund.gov.gh for more energy-saving tips and messages to save more money. This energy conservation advice is brought to you by the Ministry of Energy, Energy Foundation, Valco Trust Fund, PURC, ECG, Bui Power Authority, Gridco, and VRA. Control your energy cost and save money.
Now have freedom.
Madam, give me fufu elaisu, please. Do you have beef?
Yes, please.
Give me. Do you have salmon?
Yes.
Give me. Do you have tilapia?
We have.
When your money starts to work for you, there will be signs. Invest with EDC today.
How many?
Just keep going until I say stop.
Find out about EDC's investment products and start today. Financial independence is possible with EDC.
For further assistance, call 0326 34165.
What is really fine is not just fine. It has to be fine. Because fine is better than fine. It cannot be just fine. If you want a good plate of spaghetti, no, a great plate of spaghetti, it can't just be fine, Keke. It has to be fine.
Try First Choice Premium Spaghetti. It's always delicious, non-sticky, contains vitamin A, zinc, iron, and always comes through.
First Choice Premium Spaghetti? You're fine.
This advert is FDA approved.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we did aside, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. Partner, Bank of Africa lifting you higher.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Yeah. Ice Prince.
Ole who? Tell me something where I know fit to. You walk, my love too. Money, Modeji, I hope you're ready, cause it's Ole who. Feeling the boy, she feeling the boy. Feeling the boy, she feeling the boy. Feeling the boy, she feeling the boy.
Okay, I'm so interesting. It's why they say that I'm the next thing. See, even on features, I'm impressing. People do do hate, but I am a flexing. Yeah, I learned a lesson. They throw me shots, but I am a chesting. I'm far from pop, my pop is resting. My flow so bad, my tongue is vexing. Yeah, no one is testing. I'm best by far, is what I'm guessing. 1, 2, 3, I win like wrestling. How can I lose? I'm with the best team. Yeah, I'm the boy with the fire. DJs give me more speed than a tire. Seen it all, done it all, sang in the choir. Feeling like I'm 10 here, only go higher. Yeah.
Tell me something where I know fit to. You go, my lord too. Money, Modeji, I hope you're ready, cause it's only fool. Feeling the boy, 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 feeling the boy.
Okay, it's so exciting. The game's been dark, but I'm igniting. Positive flow, I'm so attracting. Where the freestyles or even writing. Yeah, I put my life in. The bread don't cut, I put the knife in. My left hand weak, I put the right in. And take my balls from J to Brighton. Ha! I see the lightning. I know sometimes the rain is frightening. No matter how hard the seed is ripening. So when you hear icy praising hyping, yeah, I don't try plenty. I did rap, I did sing, I did come MC. There's too many songs and I'm never empty. Now you chop stone if you want them to be.
Tell me something where I know you do. My lord
Citi.
Modeji, I hope you're ready, cause it's only fool. Feeling the boy, 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 feeling the boy.
Okay, I'm so contagious. And no one's done this good in ages. I put my foot in hell courageous. Too many verses like Bible pages. Yeah, and I hope they play this so I can grow up from low to apex until my account is fat and shapeless. Too many songs, but mine is latest. Yeah, so love I hate this. I'm getting my cake, I'm on the cake list. As my chest like all
Shaggy, boom, yentem, boom. You dey do me like boom. Say Shaggy, boom, yentem, boom. You go do them like juju. Kalika, 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 Gaba, hey Gaba, see them around, no hide for the tights, gonna, we know the shake mana, wanna, we know the fear, wanna, they know the see, say we know be in for that, wanna, them all are informants, Kalika, if I the dance and the just manica, low-key we be caterpillar, you go see one day, we go 10 to killer, Kalika, if I the dance and the just manica, low-key we be caterpillar, you go see one day, we go 10 to killer,
Give us some money, no be problem. Honey's on the block. Alright, I'm back again. You know what time it is. Straight up. Alright, what's up? Listen. A bunch of man that came and missing man. Michelle, she been on the throat, so winking now. Welcome with another chicken, the young Mimbuna. And with Simba reason, and the real day, you ma. Oh, Piebo, what did that dear preach, ma? What a tema, Fahin, Chibunematema. Then my Mepa, dear, never pass to Krapoma. And yes, I'm in the jail, who may prove Biasoma. I shall win up about the young Conqua, just some pipe, a few rice, one genoa. But Tema Bobuano, mini bean Timamua, one on Jama Bakari, eh, Billy Patakwa. As I see that, the Via, when I'm over near my papa, Via, Mosia, Yamua, to Fiaka, as on to be a man, Sakana de Yamia, but the whole Pachima, Tosify, Lady Bianca, which you want to join my Pura. If you get you man up to do fear, it's your two, give you a bar. And this under your Puma, no, now this was a champagne, but you're still a go maintain. Ha, I bet shoot is campaign, the group in your jai complain.
The way today be my speckle. This girl could they kill me.
Money no be problem.
When I see about the mess up, maybe why they do me so. She they mash up my head oh. This girl go they make her go colo. Hey, the way today be my speckle.
It's 5:58. It's a Friday morning. And Abeku is serving you some jams this morning. It's Friday. And folks love to have their hair down on Fridays, you know. If they say Fridays, you're two will be awful, you know. But some two will be going to places. Whatever your grind is, please take a moment and enjoy your life. It's very important. Savor the moment and enjoy it. Because we only live once. But if you live it well enough, once is enough. Yeah. Thank you for being our guest. 0539-986-996. 0539-986-996. This week, a lot has happened. We spent time talking about organization of the senior athletes game that ended last weekend. We've spoken about, the cattle menace that has troubled our city over the period. We've had conversations about our transport, sector. Some of our listeners have not been very happy about their water supply. It's an ongoing conversation that we always have. There's been conversations about the traffic situation, how it's improving. In fact, the Ministry of Transport says today is going to start rolling out the 100 buses, right? Yes, and yesterday we spoke about the need to have a system beyond the procurement of the buses, so that the deployment will actually add to solution and not just compound the problem. Though we say that the procurement of the buses are welcome news, very much so.
You missed an essential one.
The filth. Which one did I miss?
Was it Tuesday or so when Bernard asked people to send in messages?
Performing
assembly. And the very few messages we got.
Yes, the assemblies that are performing. I guess it was also difficult to define what a performing assembly is, but you are saying when you are performing, we feel it. When you are performing, we feel it, we can tell. Yeah, we are at the receiving end of the performance, and we really can tell whether or not it's working. And the interesting thing is that some of the assemblies that some people said were working, others sent counter messages to say, "What are you talking about my assembly? Because I've not seen Shelley." So it's been a very interesting week, packed with our listeners' feedback and some of the stories that caught our attention. So what I'll do this morning is I'll do an open mic. I'll just ask my friends who are in the studio with me today to tell me what's on their mind. It could be anything. So what makes you happy, what you are not happy about. So we will get into that. And then you can also join in and share with me what some of your frustrations are. Indeed, it's been raining quite heavily this week, and we've seen issues of floods. I think a story caught my attention. There's a particular part of the Ghana East, is a river, and this is the Pantime village, if you know there. And I raised concerns in the past about how people have been filling it and building on that particular stretch. I saw videos of how vehicles are getting stuck in that stretch.
Dakobi River.
Thank you very much. And the calls for the assembly to do something about it. So I want to just open it up so that we can have a conversation. It's Friday, so if you're happy, I want to hear what's making you happy. And if anything concerns you, I am interested this morning. I have a wide appetite to hear anything that's on your mind. I have a few things on my mind. I'm sure Kakra and Samuel also do. In the meantime, if you're dreaming of studying abroad or taking the IELTS test, if you've been scammed or charged unnecessary fees just to submit your study abroad applications, IDP Education, our counseling and application support services are completely free. And we help you save finances while you secure genuine opportunities abroad. So your journey begins with IDP Education Ghana. We are your trusted global partner for study abroad services and IELTS testing. IDP offers expert free support for study abroad applications to the UK, US, and your favorite destinations. So please visit us. We are at Osu Akweje in Adum Nsuase in Kumasi. So call 020-256-6614. Book your IELTS test today. Speak to your counselors and take the first step toward your future abroad. Anytime the alarm goes off, life starts asking questions. Campus, office, hustle, dreams, all waiting to be chased. Now, these are moments when you need something that helps you show up and keep going. Cowbell Coffee stays with us every single moment, because when we grind for the exam, when we push deadlines at work, or when we cook up the next big idea, Cowbell Coffee gives us the creamy taste, rich coffee aroma to kickstart our day right and enjoy it anytime, because success doesn't just happen overnight. It's the little moments, the early mornings and the late nights, and through it all, Cowbell Coffee day with you. Cowbell Coffee with you every moment. Ghana, good morning. We all know that life doesn't wait for payday, whether it's school fees, a business emergency, or finally starting that project. You need a partner who says yes, and that partner is Blue Financial Services Ghana Limited. With the Blue iFinance app, you can get a loan disbursed in as little as 4 hours. No long queues, no endless paperwork. And if you are looking to grow your money, Blue investment rates are among the most competitive in the country. So don't just survive, thrive. Download the Blue iFinance app on the App Store or Play Store. Call 0303 968 196. WhatsApp us directly 0501 609 958. Follow us on socials, Blue FSGH, Blue Financial Services, Trust in Blue. Bring you dedication shortly. 0539986996. Some amazing friends and family are celebrating their birthday. We will help you have a blast. But imagine a world where your power never fails, your data is always secure, and your business never stops. That's the world Left Signature Limited is providing every single day, from expert electrical engineering services to cutting-edge renewable energy solutions like solar and microgrids. Left Signature keeps your world powered and protected. Our data center and cloud services ensure maximum uptime, seamless connectivity, and strong disaster recovery, so business never misses a beat. We also deliver custom applications, ERP systems, and AI-powered solutions designed to boost productivity and drive growth. So download the LEP Power app from the Play Store or App Store. Access the web version. Call 0256 111 811. Visit leftsignature.com. You can stop by our office at Lashibi North Celebrity Estate. Left Signature Limited, driving progress through technology and engineering excellence. This beat sounds like one Ghana for your pocket.
Yeah, one Ghana for your pocket.
Charlie, what's up?
What's up?
What's up? I like this.
Okay, so can I do the dedications
Please,
now? So on that what's up note, an amazing birthday to Dorcas de Graft Teria, Head of Business Advisory Compliance, Absa Bank. You're a great person and deserve the very best of today from Gadiel and Team Compliance. Now, CBS team, please wish for us a happy birthday to Mrs. Marilyn Osai Odro, Branch Manager of Absa Bank Spintex. Our prayer is that the good Lord continue to grant her strength, protection, good health, and many more fruitful years ahead. From Saforo family. This one says, shout outs to Sydney Ashon. A special greetings from all of us here at Citi.
Okay, a few on the platform. Happy glorious birthday to Mrs. Sandra Buti, an ardent listener, from her husband Justice Koku Buti Esquire, the children, and Mrs. Samachuku. Happy birthday to my colleague and friend Mudi Suleimana, who is in Ho in the Volta region for some work. He works with the Ghana Revenue Authority. Charlie, see you soon. I keep the grind on. There's a lot of work ahead. Happy 60th birthday to Samuel Bakete Esquire, aka Papa Sam. Welcome to the 6th floor from the Obrigado family. Obrigada. Okay. Happy birthday to Max Asumensa, former director, Computerized School Selection and Placement System, CSSPS. And happy birthday to Engineer Fred Elom Amweku Freddie King, Hohoi Municipal Assembly. Happy birthday to you. I met him at the Back to Your Village Food Festival and the family. Great man. Happy birthday to the kindest lady I know. May God continue to bless your good heart. From Oliver to Mandina Nanaya from Poma Miles. Happy 8th birthday from Derek and Nanaba Adogla to our brilliant and assertive little princess Wadem Leora Estelle and Chiwa Adogla. May the Lord bless and keep you. Okay. And yes, I think we've done these.
Brother Miniaje, fuck. My Juma Juana Divide. Me a Kumasi Bama. Me Jimmy, I no complain. And Grand Swamaba. Me say, baby, I'm gonna go have it if you wale me na me bano.
And happy birthday to Erefua Amono Neza.
Who should me sport to have me burger? Man, no more, man, friend.
I have a celebration.
Okay, what's going on?
So today is 22nd.
Yes.
20th May marked exactly 1 year of my being with the Citi team.
Okay. It's a year. It's a year already.
I'm a year old today.
Nice.
Happy birthday to you. Like that. I thought you'd have said it with some cake and some other accompaniment.
And some arsenal mark.
To confess, I forgot, and Facebook reminded
you.
Nice.
But yeah, it's time has flown so fast.
Really quickly.
It's been a year, and it's been a year worthwhile.
Absolutely.
Joining the Citi team.
Absolutely.
And I'm happy to be a part of it, Uncle Sam.
Yeah, man.
1 minute, be an Arsenal name.
Is she an Arsenal fan?
No, she's not. But you know, once you've won the league, I think she is leading towards you.
Once you've won the league, congratulations. But I'm not a fan.
So you're saying that the celebration can...
Hey, but Uncle Sam, red glasses, red t-shirts, red mug.
Yeah, it's intentional.
It's an Arsenal moment.
Yeah, no, we are painting everywhere. Right?
I'm telling you.
If I double.
Professor, I'm good to see you.
Oh, you know, can there if a button
she open. Enter tasi, enter kan. Enter if a button.
I know your tongue.
How are your tongue?
You can't do anything about it.
No, but
Obinya wayo, obile de sosino dipo. Obinya wayo, obile de sosino dipo. Obinya wayo, obile de sosino di. Obinya wayo, obile de sosino dipo. No rushing, what's happening to them? At the minute they will go chill. Now we're aiming for more than listen. Money no so anchor them. Into baby jar will go. Roman father so I am then. I will buy some girl. One woman if so anchor then. What about my head in the bed? More the prison so I am then. Nakadesha Menim and you win me. Baby, baby, say baby, ne do tinta. Nada when I'm here, so free so be now. I say, baby, this is a new day. Oh, it's a word to them. Oh, baby, don't need any inside. Oh, this one to Muado. So they be all order and I'm here safe. It's a 1 power, Dina, you, Mother, much so I am then. Susino dipo, obinya wayo, obile de susino dipo, obinya wayo,
And that's Kofi Kinata reminding us that there's always something to be grateful for.
Man.
So while you are complaining about a thing you do not have, someone else wants something that you do have. So in our reflections, when we take stock, we're grateful for what we have, but we definitely press for greater heights. Is that not so?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Very beautiful lyrics from Kofi Kinata.
Always,
I love
always,
that, man.
always. And so if you want to go further with your education, you want to do bigger things than you have done, Delexis University is inviting you for world-class education, market-driven professional qualification. Come top up your diploma to a bachelor. We have courses running from BSc, nursing, midwifery, all the way to cybersecurity and digital forensics. So Delexis university.edu.gh is where you find us and online, and you can apply there as well. Tema Community 25 at Peace B Junction. 0551 198 100 is the number to call. Admission is in progress. Don't forget that. And if you are tired of the Accra hustle and traffic, you want to take an escape to the cool, peaceful mountains of the Ebri at Biposu Wellness Resort. Whether it's for business, a weekend break, or pure relaxation, Biposu gives you calm, comfort, and fresh mountain air. Perfect place to rest and reset, and it's only a 30 minutes drive from Accra. Visit once and you never want to leave. 0200 55 7699. Visit biposoresort.com to book today. Biposo Wellness Resort, peace lives here.
Okay, everybody is a winner in the Ongalicious Abenwaha promo. Over 4 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes to be won. And just look out for the special Ongalicious promo packs. Submit 20 Onga powder promo sachets and 20 Onga shrimp tablet promo wrappers at any Onga redemption center near you and receive your scratch card. Scratch to reveal your unique code, send to *713*27# and win instantly. Cash prizes up to 200,000 Ghana cedis, deep freezers, smart TVs, kitchen appliances, and more. Promo runs from 15th April to 15th July 2026. Hurry, don't miss it. Terms and conditions apply. Now, merchant business owners, do you want smooth payment with no stress? Then Zenith Merchant Pay is a smarter way to get paid. With Zenith Merchant Pay, your customers enjoy the convenience of multiple payment options, mobile money wallet, and a GHQR code or their Zenith Bank account. And for you, the merchant, you receive prompt payments notifications, enjoy instant settlement and easy reconciliation. No delays, no stress, just smooth payment. Sign up today at any Zenith Bank branch and start receiving fast, secure, instant payment anywhere in Ghana.
And while we are at it, imagine your next vacation fully paid, unforgettable, and within reach. By simply using your ABSA card, you can win an exclusive trip to to Mauritius. Spend 350 Ghana cedis to earn an entry and enjoy additional chances with every qualifying transaction via your ABSA card or ABSA digital platforms. 9 additional customers will also be rewarded with an all-expense paid weekend escape at a selected resort in Ghana. Your getaway begins with a swipe. This promo runs till the 31st of July and is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Your story matters, ABSA. Attention music lovers, do you have an old African gramophone plates of high life or Afrobeat from the 70s and 80s? We are buying them at the best price, but only if they are in very good condition and come with the original covers. We buy only local African music, Ghana, Nigeria, and more. I like this, no foreign records. If you have some to sell, call or WhatsApp us on 0530-866-875. That's 0530-866-875. Call or send your pictures today. You know, I'm thinking, as you told us that it's been a year since you joined us, I'm thinking that in the space of a year, I mean, what are some of the things that we passionately highlight and talk about that has improved? Because I went to some public institutions this week and I needed to use the washroom so badly. And I ran to the first floor, it was closed. I went to the second floor, it was closed. And there was a lady also who needed to use the washroom. First floor closed, second floor closed. I ran across the road
to a different place.
That place too. And the thing was that at least at one of the places I went to, they were courteous enough to let me know that they didn't have water flowing.
So they had a notice.
There was a notice that there is no water flowing, and they closed the thing. And I feel that, you know, the state of our washrooms in public institutions, in particular shared spaces, do say a lot about how we organize our lives and how we live our lives as a people. Because the thing worry me. I've not gotten over it, and I don't know if this thing is just me who is confused about something. I don't know whether I'm just exaggerating a situation that I should just move on, or really something must change about how we handle our washrooms in particular. I know it's a Friday morning, I understand, but the thing it worry me. I don't feel bed well.
I think you make a valid point when you say that the state of most public washrooms in a way reflect the state of this country. Your experience, sorry about your experience anyway, that you had an urgent need to use the lavatory and you ran to several of them and they were locked. That's usually the case. If they are not locked, then I don't want to disturb Uncle Samuel. He enjoys his coffee. They are in a bad state, and we don't need to go into the details. We all appreciate that. That, you know, highlights the issue. It is about our usage and the management of public washroom facilities. Okay, there's a responsibility on you, the person walking into the lavatory, using it, making sure that after your use, the next person who comes can also comfortably do so. There's also a responsibility on the person who is managing the facility where this lavatory is. Are they doing their job, or they are comfortable as a manager where they are because they have a private washroom? What about the space that is shared? Are they supervising or making sure that it's equally kept clean? In many places, and this is without any prejudice, but if you go to the universities, if you go to the courts, if you go to hospitals, sometimes even banks, if you go there and you ask to use the washroom, I don't even know how to describe it, but you may spoil your mood. You know, and you're better off holding it in. You sometimes will have a way out, maybe by driving to a hotel to do so, because you find that in most hotels it's clean. It's as clean as it can be. But it's for me it's sort of reflects deeply who we are as a people, what is wrong with our character and our mindset. Okay, I feel that there's a certain level of trust for the person who manages a space where there's a lavatory that's a shared. Okay, so if you come here at Citi, you walk into the lavatory, you use the lavatory, you're fine. So you can tell that there's a trust on the part of the management. They know that people are going to go in, use the place, and leave it as they met it.
And a wall system, a system.
Exactly. But you go to some of these places that I've mentioned, like in your situation, this is a public washroom for shared use, but it's locked. It appears to me that whoever runs that facility doesn't have the kind of trust that we would have here, that we know that the people here are going to use the facility and leave it in the state they found it. It means that their experience, and I'm hazarding a guess, their experience would be that people will come and use these facilities, mess them up, and walk away.
Or maybe there was no water and they couldn't make
or the fact that they don't have water
for that.
But you see, I've reported on the issue of washrooms being locked and water. Most of the time they keep it locked because they say that if they leave it open, people go and misuse the place. So they give it to they put a lock on it so that you go for the key in some sort of accountability, so that I know that you went there, I gave you the key. So when you return the key, the expectation is that if the place is not in good shape, then you are responsible for that. So and that responsibility must be reciprocated. That trust must be reciprocated by the person using the facility. You know, it's funny when you walk into washrooms, there are all these signs and notices. Please flush after. Please put the tissue here. That should tell you that ordinarily that doesn't appear to be our conduct. And so we need to put those reminders there. That trust must be reciprocated. But if somebody has opened their facility to you to use, you also make sure that you leave the place in a good position or situation as you met it.
Yeah, so two things, right? Number one is about the responsibility of those who run their spaces to keep the places decent and running,
provide
water and other necessary utilities that will make the use of the space convenient. And then the second point is about the part of responsibility on the and attitudinal, the attitude of the people who use these spaces, as in people, when they go unchecked, will just do things anyhow. So in order to avoid that, then you just shut that. So there are systemic issues generally, and there are cultural issues. So systemic issues are where then we've been complaining about taps not flowing, and people, our listeners over the years have told us some of them have not had water flow through their taps since the beginning of the year, and they've had to rely on other private sources for water, and when that also fails them, then they are in trouble. And we are saying that at the minute level of that water shortage problem or lack of water problem is where at the level of public washrooms and basic places that should be very normally open and available, people don't get access to water. If you're listening to us, I hope you are not upset that we are using time to discuss these very important issues, because really and truly, the way we keep our washrooms, they speak to the quality of thinking in our boardrooms and the quality of execution in our project sites and across the country.
Yeah. And I would want to take this conversation on two folds. I mean, the first aspect of it is with the assumption that even public restrooms exist in the first place. On this show, Papa Sam has on several occasions, even after the Heritage Caravan, lamented how you go around the country and then you don't find restrooms and not even available. That is even, now we're having a conversation with the assumption that even those places are available. So first of all, the places are not even available in the first place. Pick a car right now, tell yourself that you're going to a place like Makola to get some groceries. You get there, you want to use a restroom. They will tell you, go here, go there, go there. Then finally, if you even find a place, you'll be led to the state we are discussing now. So I think it's in two folds. The first is with the unavailability of the spaces. Now, how did we get there? I think we failed to plan accordingly for some of these services, because visionary leaders will notice that, look, population grows, right? And so the state of facilities available now won't be enough for the next couple of, to cater for the number of people who will come in the years to come. And we fail to plan accordingly. We've had situations where, I don't know if you've had experience with that, some landlords even convert their restrooms to, rooms so that they get much more money. That should tell us our thinking about some of these facilities like restrooms. Now let's come to the matter of the place not being, kept in a proper manner. And Kakra has highlighted how it has got to do with our attitude, the attitude and the thinking that, look, even if I'm to leave it anyhow, it is somebody's responsibility to come and get it cleaned up. Because of that mentality, most often people go there and then they don't do what is expected of them, right? You meet a place, even if you go to meet a place in a very nice manner, you end up leaving the place in a very not so good manner, thinking that somebody has been paid to do it. So that mentality needs to be off. Once we know that, look, somebody has been paid to do this, but once I've gone to meet it in this manner, I need to ensure that the place is kept properly for the next person to also come and use it.
Who's responsible? My thoughts now is, are we taking for granted the fact that perhaps there could be a good number of the populace who may not know how to properly use these spaces. And so then, how are we training? Number one, what is the culture? What is the education that goes into the use of these spaces? Because sometimes we make the assumption, for example, like we started by saying, why aren't the washrooms functional? And then he draws our attention to the fact that, well, you may not even have the washrooms existing to have them function. And that's a good point.
Are we discussing washrooms in buildings, public buildings, or public spaces generally?
So
open spaces.
Yes.
So the first point,
it's more of
yes,
washrooms
generally, yes,
in
but
buildings.
they are shared.
Yes.
Their usage is shared.
So, for instance, I have to go to the passport office, and then you are talking about the state of the washrooms available for visitors. Is that correct?
Correct.
Wow.
Oh, Charlie. Wow. Me, question me.
The wow tells a lot.
It tells so much. Wow.
But you went for passport. Just take your passport.
No, I had the call.
Why do you want to give yourself trouble?
I had the call.
So, you know, we attended a crusade many years ago at Circle. Many years ago. And the pastor was praying for some people. And this guy came with glasses.
Okay.
And the pastor said, remove the glasses. So he wants to pray for him so that he won't have use of the glasses again. So this pastor prayed, and then asked the guy that, who are there? The guy said, me who? Then he said, no, so he did it. Then he moved the glass again. Who are there? Who me? The guy said, yes. Now, they say, oh, say, I didn't know where tree me. The pastor said, no, wait, I didn't wait tree. I didn't know. So if you go to the passport office, just take your passport and leave.
What do you want to see in the washroom?
No, Samuel, it's
but on a more serious note, I think we should look. Yesterday we were talking about the local assemblies and stuff like that. Elsewhere, the geographical areas are mapped out such that in fact there's a ratio of how public toilets are placed in the communities. There's, I'm telling you, a determined ratio
to distribute their location.
Exactly, that within a certain determined space, you should have
a number of
public toilets accessible to the public. Okay, so if I'm going to the passport office, and passport office, please forgive me for using you as an example, you know, and I think I have to use the washroom. There should be within a reasonable distance. I should have access to something. You understand? So if it's not there, then it puts unnecessary pressure on the use of the limited available toilets in the passport office. This is what it is. You know. So at times when I see you see people standing by the roadside actually peeing. And we all shout, why is he normal? Why is he doing that? But in my mind, I said, but where should he do it?
Okay.
Nature's call.
Where else?
Actually, by the road,
No, where? That's the question you should be answering.
Right.
Is it not normal for somebody to pee?
It is very normal.
So if the state hasn't made provisions for that, why do you blame the person if they do it anywhere?
There's a structure issue.
Yeah.
Absence
I mean,
of the
for
facilities.
those of us who grew up in Accra Central, Gamashi, most homes did not have toilets.
True.
In fact, some homes did not have bathrooms
at all.
Yes.
So you go to the public bathroom to go and pay.
I'm telling you. Well, I don't remember paying though.
Okay,
but
fine.
And they
I mean,
were
I
in
was
good
a kid.
condition.
Well, I was a kid, but I'm just saying that
that
you know the community provided. Okay. And so people knew where to go to.
Right.
Now it's just non-existent. So how do we resolve this kind of situation? Okay, because if you're going to open your, if like, toilets to the public just like that, imagine how much you are going to spend in cleaning the place. So it's a catch-22 situation that we find ourselves in. That yes, it's let's keep it clean so long as we have it. Elsewhere, they actually restrict the usage to validated visitors.
Right. So if you're not there for the business that they offer you, so it's a bank. So you only, as a customer, have
until
access.
We get to the point where we have public facilities. Those of you who have these toilets, we are begging you, the ministries, the public agencies, government agencies. If you go to some of these places and the witch from your hometown has followed you there, and your stomach begins to do crawl,
and you enter.
You may disgrace yourself.
Because we are told to take in a day up to 2.7 to 3.7 liters of water in a day. But I know many people, once they step out, they won't drink too much water, just so that they don't have to have use for our places because they are bad. And I hear Samens when he talks about the fact that we need to make provision for the structures and have in mind, calculate and know the density of people, the population density per square area, and provide the facilities to commensurate the numbers. Because if there are too many people and the demand for the place is high, but the supply is little, then of course the misuse and the abuse will set in. And all of that. Now, here's sometimes when he also says that when you see people peeing by the roadside, you are disgusted and all. Now, it's become very normal. Yeah. It's too frequent to see people. But the point is, as you blame them, what are the alternatives within the space that they find themselves?
Exactly. And I think it's a very important point Papa Sam makes, because I just pulled out something from Ghana Statistical Service, a report, and they say that
before you go into the detail, I think there's a perspective. Samens has put this conversation in perspective, and I think it's important to reiterate that, and it also explains the fundamental of this issue. So he's making the point that there appears to be an infrastructural deficit with public washrooms. And so public spaces or public buildings now have that burden of catering for that gap. And so there's pressure on some of these institutions, overuse, misuse, etc. Please carry on. I just wanted to bring that perspective.
Yeah, I was making a point that the Ghana Statistical Service, its latest report, stated that 25.2% of urban households have no private toilet and must walk to a public facility every single day. What that means is that about 1.3 million households do not have toilet facilities. Now the question really is, where should they go to? And if they are to go to those public, toilet facilities, they are non-existent. So they will end up going to the place we all know.
And I imagine that if they also do not have the facilities, then what kind of culture have they been engaged in? Because
over the years,
the question next is, what are they doing? Open defecation, because we have up to 5.8 million Ghanaians currently who are engaged in open defecation. So if they've been doing open defecation for a long time, sometimes even when they find the facility is in a good shape, they still may want to prefer what they are used to, or when they have the new facilities, they may not be cultured well to use them in a manner that is acceptable, right? As we're speaking, some people are sending me messages to mention some specific institutions that they think but calm down for me today.
I like that you introduced the word culture, and we've built a culture, a washroom culture, where similarly with refuse, where it's sort of not my business what happens to me doing my business, what happens to my refuse, it's not my business. We sort of have deferred that responsibility to somebody else, and that's why somebody will come to your space, use your washroom, and leave it in a mess, because the mindset is that it is not my business whether there's water or whether it's flashable or whether the place is kept clean. There's a wrong culture around disposal of whether it's fecal waste or waste generally. There's a certain culture. I don't know how best to explain it.
Very bad. Very bad.
Samuel, you have a lot to say on this one.
No, very bad culture. I'm telling you. You know, again, back in the day, every community had a baller.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And our concerns regarding the disposal ended where we disposed of the baller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We never
aftermath
talk through what happens to the dump site.
True.
Okay.
True.
But society is evolving. Yeah. And this is what we are saying. Yeah. The problems we are having today, other countries had it several years ago. Yeah. And they figured out ways to do it. You understand? Yeah. In Europe and other parts of the Western world, before you build a facility that is meant to provide a certain kind of service to the public, it is required that you make space for toilets.
Right.
I don't know about Ghana. I don't know. But even that, in the UK, every entertainment service facility that is into food, alcohol, beverages, that will open from 10 p.m. and over, it is legally mandated that you make your toilets available to customers.
Oh, right.
You understand? So what I'm saying is that we need to wake up to the realities of our time and start fashioning out things that will solve our problems. Yeah. We can't turn a blind eye to it and then expect that things will just get better.
So on the building code and whether or not it's mandatory to have toilet facilities in same, especially for visitors. For visitors, yes.
For visitors.
That's important.
As for building,
it exists because, and just in case you're listening to us and you're wondering, why are they spending time on this particular conversation? If you look at the numbers with respect to infections that Ghanaians, contract through unkempt places and some of the issues related to washrooms, is staggering. And in fact, last year in July, the president had instructed, and here's it means that this issue has even caught the attention of the president. He also is minded to comment about it. And he said that no building permit without toilet facilities. Mahama instructs assemblies. And the story says President John Mahama has directed all district assemblies to withhold building permits for any construction project that do not include adequate sanitation facilities. And the move forms part of intensified efforts to eradicate 1, open defecation, 2, a continuing problem that poses serious risk to public health, and 3, the environment in various regions across the country.
I think it's easier going forward, especially when we are building new communities.
Yeah.
Okay. Only last week, a friend was telling me about he visiting Abuja, and telling me how everything's so organized in Abuja, and and how come we don't have that in Ghana? I said, no, Abuja,
that's a new city.
Abuja was built.
It was a new project.
They were deliberate.
You understand? So going forward, if we have the opportunity to build new communities, this is the kind of thinking that should go into it. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, the challenge then is, if you go to again, where I come from in Accra, a lot of the buildings, except the wealthy families, okay, but we on the ground floor people, a lot of our houses did not have the toilets.
So the toilets are outsourced to public.
Exactly. Yeah. We used to go to Auzagomi. Do you know Auzagomi? In Timber Market. Anybody who lived in that area.
So down the Palladium area.
In Lakabu.
You go run to the place.
So I'm just telling you. So these were built and people lived there.
Yeah.
Guess what? Now they have to find ways of inserting the toilets
into the built
space where the problem
without
is.
space.
That is where the problem is. Okay. Yeah. If you go to again my family house in Otublo home, as I speak now, there's no toilet there. Well, practically nobody lives there now. But what I'm saying is that some of the structures don't even have spaces
to even.
Yes, because if you know Accra proper, everybody is in a small space, and nobody is going to relinquish their space for you to use it. You understand?
Yeah.
Talking
about the new spaces and the Abuja kind of example.
As for new spaces, it's easy to instruct, but what happens to
the built-up spaces?
Yes, for this we need, as a matter of necessity, to find a solution by providing the public spaces, decent public spaces, even if they have to pay to use it. So be it. You understand? Because if you're traveling from here to Kumasi, you get to where we stop on your way to Kumasi. What's the name? The Bonsu Junction. The Bonsu Junction and the other one. They have public toilets.
They do.
And they keep it fairly
neat.
You understand? I mean, it's not a place you are going to sit and read graphics, but for the purposes, I think that. So I'm just looking at a thing like that as a model. That it's doable. So let's do it.
Yeah. And someone drew my attention now. So we're doing two things, right? We're having the same conversation, but the angles are different. We've spoken about the system. We've spoken about the structures. We've spoken about the culture, and I'm taking my mind back to that culture angle and how even when you go to secondary schools, for example, where you have young people in their numbers, when you look at the situation, number one, in terms of the facilities and the adequacy of that to serve the kind of population there, many of the secondary schools we have very, very inadequate, if not absent, toilet facilities. And then it feeds into, so how do they then get by? And what kind of cultural practices do they then acquire in the secondary schools? Secondary school, and it feeds off even to universities where we have a tertiary education, finest of all. So I
get the point that you're making, that the lack of the infrastructure, okay, the systemic failure creates and breeds the bad culture we are talking about. That because there aren't what do you call it, lavatories or adequate lavatories or fit for purpose, having flowing water, the toilet roll, etc. People have to do by, okay, and so that's why you have people doing SOS, etc. And so the failure of the system sort of creates a culture, and unfortunately, even when we find ourselves sometimes in places where
the system responds
to your needs, the system is responsive, there's infrastructure, is fit for purpose, the culture has unfortunately not changed or doesn't live up to that. There's it's ownership of the public space, and I don't know how to put it. So you are trained to behave in a certain way. You don't have ownership of it. You defer its maintenance to somebody else. So because the understanding is that you're just there to use the place, not necessarily clean it. But so those are some of the things that maybe we should look at in terms of our education. For instance, and this is not to glorify Holy Child or anything, because we had our sanitation problems, but there was active education. Every time we would have a quick meeting with the headmistress, there was active education about some of these basic etiquettes. So you're told that you as you're passing through the school, you're going to be transformed into a lady, a woman of substance. And when you go to places, you must, put out a certain aura, and it must be respectable. So if you find yourself in a washroom, if you go and the place is not even in a good shape, you can deal with it. You can't deal with it. If you have to just wipe off the seats, etc., do so. Use the place and then keep it clean, and you walk out. That's the kind of trend. So I feel that in our homes, in our schools, even in churches, some of the public education, we should put out some of some public education to sort of conscientize people to deal with, because there's a mindset to it as well, to deal with it, that there should be a certain collective ownership. Uncle Sam talked about in his early days the community having facilities available. Once everybody knew this was ours, once there was that collective ownership, we all use it, we all share it, we all keep it running cleanly.
Yeah, that's very important. I have some messages, so please, any of you can help with that.
This one says, "Hi CBS team. As for the washrooms at the mall, God bless the people there. They keep it so neat." This is Kluje from Medina.
Right.
Good morning, City CBS. You want to make a point of that?
Just to touch on that quickly, you notice that in spaces where the cleaning of such areas are given out on contract, and there is always someone there
constantly.
The place is always in top form. So it's just an observation.
That's true. This one says, "Good morning, City CBS. Until we fix the sanitary situation in our senior high school so that students can learn what normal or standard toiletry is, the mess will not be reprogrammed out of people. People show up in university halls and end up doing all manner of crazy and messy behavior." That is Albert from Abelempe. My name is Dennis Kali from La. Every day you go to a public place and you see the washrooms in a messy state. People litter the floor with tissue, pure water rubbers, and all kinds of waste. Some don't even flush, others splash water everywhere. It's disrespectful to the next person, and it creates a health hazard for all of us. The truth is, this is a mindset problem, and mindset change has to start early. I believe we should introduce hygiene and sanitary conduct as part of the school curriculum from class 1. Teach children how to use a toilet properly, how not to litter, and why keeping public spaces clean matters. If we catch them young, by the time they grow up, it becomes second nature. If we want clean public places, we can't leave it to cleaners alone. It starts with each one of us, and it starts in the classroom. Thank you. That's my take. That is from Dennis Kale from La. It is actually a mandatory act for public places to have compulsory washrooms to serve both patrons and other users who may need help. We need the fundamentals fixed. Kweku Ananse from Manso.
Very important.
You know, just quickly, it's when you talked about your situation where you had to run around. I'm sure you found some bush somewhere.
No, I didn't do that.
You know, it's even worse.
So how did you deal with it?
It's even worse for us women.
I can imagine,
because it's
I was really thinking about the lady who was also looking for a place
to go and ease yourself in the public, especially when you're wearing trousers.
Let's not do this to our mothers, our women, and our men. Let's do better. Let's do better. And Ghana Water, if you are also not doing your work, you are contributing to the mess. You will make it very difficult for the people to be, comfortable at work. And I was saying.
Yeah, I must commend some spaces. For some spaces, although water do not flow, at least they have this huge barrel there with water and then a bucket so that at all times, if the water is not flowing, you can still fetch and then do the do. But that is dependent on whether the person is cultured enough to know that there is no water, but I have to walk and fetch water and then flush.
One of the messages, somebody said, the texter said something fundamental. He says the cleanliness of the washroom is not limited to the job of the cleaner. So the somebody there, because when you leave the place in the mess, you are disrespecting the next person and the person whose job it is to clean.
That's true.
So yours is to leave it the way you met it. Flush, wipe. In as much as somebody is there to clean, don't leave it in a mess.
Someone is listening to us and you're uncomfortable that we are spending morning time talking about radio, but it's an important conversation that we must have.
Yeah. Who said it's uncomfortable? Somebody said it's uncomfortable.
Why the person eating fufu this morning?
Or you're just...
yes, I feel that.
But we haven't been graphic.
Probably, no, not at all. But you see, sometimes the people even get upset when you're having these conversations, and the West corporates. So you are probably the reason we're having this conversation. So please, let's do better. It's all we are saying. And this message says, building a new city is always centered around a growth pole, like an industrial park, a market or religious activity over here. We put the National Cathedral in the most choked part of a failing city when it can be used to build a new sustainable one altogether. And it goes on to say Addis Ababa cleared all slums and in their place built modern buildings for the slum dwellers. Can we do that in Ghana without the politicization? Evans is asking a question. This one says, because of my experiences with public washrooms, I've discovered the coping mechanisms due to my work. I move around a lot. Brown bread with cola drink any day will sort you out when you have a tummy upset and you are about town. It will give you the needed relief till you get back to a comfortable place. I don't know if this is FDA approved. I don't know if this is FDA approved, but Jesse sent that from Sakumono. So the brown bread Nicola Peswa, then he doesn't have any issues at all. Sabes, can you?
I mean, you probably could do that if it has to do with attending
stomach upset or something.
Yeah, but you can't do anything about wanting to pee. I don't know how many bags of cola you require to stop you from peeing.
Actually,
you know, and you know what I was saying early on. I didn't say that I encourage people to pee by the roadside.
Just to paint a picture of how the system.
I'm only saying that. Okay, so those of you sending me messages, I send a question back to you. Where should they pee?
That was the question. Because it's symptomatic of the lack of the structures.
Yeah, I mean, if you are walking on Oxford streets in London, you can walk into any of the shops, Marks and Spencer's. You can walk into any of the shops,
and I'm sure
and go straight to the
I'm sure there are mobile this one as well.
Well, they have some there, but what I'm saying is that it's there, so you hardly ever see somebody peeing by the roadside. That's all I'm saying. Okay, but it's not to say that so because of that go and pee.
That's true.
But if it should happen to you, what options do you have? I hear when you were at the law school, Kakra, when you were at the law school, you used to visit Novotel a lot. Novotel. When the things strike, no, they go to Novotel.
Sam is not there.
You're talking about the Accra campus.
Yes.
The washrooms in the Accra campus are in good shape, and I think I suspect that years back there was some expansion, so they've got more. Rooms.
Now, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is now.
So what you are referring to was then times.
Was then.
Now they've got adequate washrooms.
We thank God for growth and reform. So there's a message. There's something.
A lawyer has sent you say, hey, this matter. Novotel Charlie, our savior.
Our savior.
You don't mean it.
I mean, we had stories. I think it's better now.
You heard the stories, but you didn't live it.
No, we didn't experience that, and especially the director then, Director Yao. He increased the washrooms. Thank you. He even increased the washrooms for the women, for the female side, and so we got more. Water was flowing, tissues available. Nice. So now we don't even think about Novotel.
We thank God for your life. And this message says, Caleb, I went on a road trip with some foreign investors. Charlie, they kept asking for the washroom just to pee, and they couldn't understand why we kept peeing in the bush until they visited the washroom after a filling station we found. They called it disgusting. I agree with Papa Sam.
Okay, some message coming in. This one is Nik Amarteifio from Paris. He said, we simply need to get serious as a country in all aspects, especially when it comes to sanitation. This one says, good morning, guys. One day I was in a Trotsky from Accra to Pantine. Then I felt it. It was number 2, emergency number 2. And if you know, you know. On this one, number 2, you know what it is. I was hoping to take it home. I quickly thought of Accra Mall, got down at Spinal bus stop, and then rushed to the washroom, Charlie. So, I mean, Accra Mall was the savior for him that day.
Yeah. We can do better. We can always do better. So let's do better. Let's not wish it. Nothing will change if we don't practically do anything about it. Novotel, Accra City Hotel, is our savior in that enclave. Oh, okay. Turns out that they are doing the Lord's work beyond law school. It looks like beyond law school.
Wow.
Novotel should be giving some tax breaks for saving people in the enclave. Okay, we have some quick announcements for you while we are
announcements, and I'm talking about planning. Planning for the future begins with the decisions you make today.
Absolutely.
Save and invest early with EDC to build wealth and retire comfortably. One clear sign of financial growth is when your money starts working for you through steady returns and long-term wealth creation. With EDC, you get professional fund management, flexible investment options, potential for higher returns, and financial security for retirement and future goals. Your financial independence is possible with EDC. Sign up today. Call 0302-610-400 or WhatsApp 0509-268-414. The biggest football tournament is here, and DSTV is giving you front row seats to all the action live. It's the FIFA World Cup 2026, and it's that time when everything can wait, even sleep can wait. Oh, with 48 teams participating, this World Cup has all the makings of history. Watch all 104 games on 4 dedicated HD channels, world-class commentary and analysis live on Super Sport on DSTV from 11 June to 19th July. DSTV is your number one sport for everything World Cup. Get your decoder today at only 69 Ghana cedis or reconnect from as little as 58 Ghana cedis and get ready for an experience you can't miss. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
And everyone is a winner on Galicious. A Bing Mahab promo is ongoing. Over 4 million Ghana cedis worth of cash up for grabs. The prizes as well. So just look out for the special on Galicious promo pack. Submit 20 Onga powder promo sachets and 20 Onga shrimp tablets promo wrappers at any of our redemption centers. You'll receive a scratch card. Scratch it. Review your unique code. Send it to *713*27# and win instantly. Cash prizes are up to 200,000 Ghana cedis, deep freezers, smart TVs, kitchen appliances, and so much more up for grabs. This ends on the 15th of July, so do not miss it. And if you want the best of flavor in every sip, please discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. We have Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at a local store near you. 05500-3223-1. Piva beverages, a taste you will love.
Ready to level up your future? Make Academic City University your first choice. At Academic City, students don't just learn, they build, innovate, and lead. Our graduates work with global companies like Apple, Goldman Sachs, and Ernst & Young, while others are building startups and driving innovation across Africa. Academic City offers innovative undergraduate and postgraduate programs in engineering, business administration, communication, AI, data science, and cybersecurity. We are also the first university in sub-Saharan Africa to offer undergraduate programs in nuclear engineering and unnamed aerial systems engineering. Professional development courses are also available. Admissions are now open. Call 053-101-2236 or visit act.edu.gh. Academic City University, educating future-ready leaders. You know, life doesn't stand still for you. It doesn't wait for you to be prepared. It just moves on. The best you can do for yourself is to prepare for life instead. A flexible policy like the Old Mutual Legacy Transition Plan to help build a legacy that offers you a cover of up to 300,000 Ghana cedis with no underwriting, greater flexibility, with no limits to the lives you can cover up to age 80, and an uninterrupted cover enabling you to secure what matters most in the simplest of ways. You also get to enjoy the flexibility to update your cover every 5 years. Exciting, right? Dial *378*3# to request a call for the Old Mutual Legacy Transition Plan today, and let's get to a plan that works for you and your family. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
And when you buy anything, choose the very best. Diamond 42.5R grade cement is the highest quality cement on the Ghanaian market. Since the year 2000, they have put smiles on the faces of homeowners, block makers, and supported numerous constructions with their highly quality brand that's rated green by the EPA. We have the 32.5 upgrade as well. Very affordable, which means there's a good deal for everyone. Great value for your pocket. You deserve the very best. Make Diamond Cement your number one choice for all your building needs. Anyone who wishes to buy Diamond Cement should deal with the company directly. Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide. Locators nationwide. Our factories are in Aflao, Takrady, and Boepe. 0540 111 978. Diamond Cement is still as hard as a diamond. GT Bank has exciting news. That moment that your airtime runs out in the middle of an important conversation, or where the conversation is just getting interesting, has come to an end, because GT Bank has the perfect solution. They call it the Quick Airtime Loan. Quick Airtime is GT Bank's convenient airtime advance service that keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. Simply dial *737 *247#. Get up to 30 Ghana cedis instant airtime credited to your mobile number at a fee of 3%. Call toll-free number 0800 124 000. GT Bank, Quick Airtime. Stay connected any day, anytime. Now, people are winning big on 590 mobile just by dialing *959#. NLA has increased the play time of your favorite 590 mobile from Monday to Saturday. Noon rush starts from 8:30 p.m. closes at 1:25 p.m. The next day, evening draw starts at 1:30 p.m. closes at exactly 7:55 p.m. Sunday Aseda remains the same with no change. Catch all the 590 mobile evening live draw from Monday special to Sunday Aseda on GTV broadcasts 8 p.m. to 8:15. Always remember to stick responsibly. 0308 249 477 590 mobile at Darwinsem. We'll take a very quick break. When we return, there is more.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
June is for business here at Citi FM and Channel 1 TV. This June, the ideas get bolder and the future of Ghanaian business takes center stage. Welcome to the Citi Business Festival 2026. For the entire month of June, 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 TV bring together the thinkers, builders, innovators, and dreamers shaping the future of enterprise in Ghana. From powerful business fora that spark meaningful conversations to insightful on-air discussions with industry leaders and change makers, to stories of resilience, innovation, and ambition from Ghanaian entrepreneurs. This is more than a festival. It is a movement of ideas, strategy, and impact. Whether you're starting small, scaling big, or simply dreaming of your next breakthrough, the Citi Business Festival is your platform to learn, connect, and grow. Join the On-Air series every weekday at 9 a.m. on the Citi Breakfast Show on 97.3 Citi FM and at 11 a.m. with a repeat at 6 p.m. on Channel 1 TV. This June, let's challenge businesses. Let's refine ideas. Let's create impact. Call 0205 973 973 for further details. Citi Business Festival 2026. Driving ideas into impact. The Citi Business Festival 2026 is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 TV in partnership with Absa Bank. And it's proudly sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN, Zondatech Ghana Limited, and Petra Trust.
Pepper powder, Sankofa pepper powder.
FDA, Aji Ejadi in Kratoyatum.
Hello, CEOs. Ghana's foremost business platform marks 10 years of leadership impact. Join the 10th Ghana CEO Summit and Expo on Thursday, 28th May 2026 from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Kempinski Hotel Accra. The summit is themed Accelerating Ghana's Economic Transformation, Driving Bold Reforms Through Leadership, Technology and Industrialization. Tagline, From Vision to Action. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, will attend as special guest of honor and officially launch the CEO Government Compact 2026. Highlights include presidential CEO dialogue, masterclasses, panels, brand expo, CEO profiles, networking. Registered now at GhanaCEOSummit.com. Call 054-639-1970 or email info@GhanaCEOSummit.com. Powered by CEO Network Ghana in partnership with Deloitte, PwC, EY, GIPC, University of Ghana, Media General, and the Multimedia Group. The 10th Ghana CEO Summit and Expo, a decade of leadership impact. T&C supply.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Want more of the world's best entertainment? Well, DSTV's got you. We got kicks, we got scores, we got action, we got roars, we got drama, we got fun, we got more for everyone.
We got you.
So come on, get connected. There's an upgrade on us just for you.
It's my specialty.
More channels, more shows, more joy for you and the fam every day. DSTV, we got you all the way.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Yo, turn it up, guys, turn it up.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Come join up, hey DJ. Me say that junior eat. It's like whip on every street. Every top girl want it. Tap up and tap me, I give them that one and name. Me say that junior eat. It's like whip on every street. Every top girl want it. I tap up and tap me, I give them gas in know. That junior mad up. Inna the gas, inna the gully, it turn up. And I hands up thirst, them a give me thumb up. Head concussion, guantal Russian. I gonna me bun man a African boy. You see me and the girl them na bother ask why. And me them a rate me na lock up no blind. Loud them fi come get a ride. The rhythm a bad, no stop not easy. I go at and them make them get busy. Necessary evil can't refuse it. Boom bang inna the party.
It's 18 after 9 and we have an interesting message from the Member of Parliament from Ododo-Diodio or for Ododo-Diodio constituency, Alfred Ni Kote Ashi, Honorable. He says, good morning, Citi and the entire listeners.
Good morning, Honorable.
I appreciate the discussion and concern over lack of public places of convenience in Gamashi, which has today become a worrying health and convenience challenge. The use of public places of convenience in Gamashi was actually a cultural issue in history. Ensuring such places were kept distant from the homes for hygienic reasons. Therefore, homes did not make provision for such within. A couple of years ago, having realized especially the health challenges it posed, I was particularly instrumental in providing about 200 homes access to WC facilities as well as which were connected to the central sewage system in Kolewoko and its environs. As we speak today, we are through an initiative by Gamashi Development Agency providing 1,000 households with the biodigester system of water closets, starting with about 200 in the immediate term. I truly appreciate your station making this a topical issue for discussion this morning. Let's talk about it. Let's work at it. Let's reset it. I like this.
Honorable has said it all. Good morning and
like
thank you, Honorable, and keep up the good work.
I think we should continue doing the best we can for our people.
Yeah, Becca.
Every time girl want it, tap up on top me, I give them that one and name. Me say that tune it's slap whip on every street. Every time girl want it, I tap up on top me, I give them gas in that tune ya mad up. Inna the Gaza, inna the gully, it turn up. And I hands up thirst, them I give me thumb up. Head concussion, go and tell Russia.
Some quick announcements and I get back to your messages. And I still have Kakra and Akom in the studio. The biggest football tournament is here and DSTV is giving you front row seats to all the action live. FIFA World Cup 2026 and that time, it's that time when everything can wait. With 48 participating teams, this World Cup has all the markings of history. Watch all 104 games on 4 dedicated HD channels, world-class commentary and analysis live on Super Sports on DSTV from 11th June to the 19th of July. DSTV is your #1 spot for everything World Cup. Get your decoder today at only 69 Ghana cedis or reconnect from as little as 58 Ghana cedis. Get ready for an experience you cannot miss. DSTV is your home of entertainment. And get ready to lead beyond limits with sharper thinking, smarter decisions, greater impact. The Management Bootcamp 2026 is here. It's an exclusive leadership development experience powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM, designed for ambitious professionals, executives, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. The bootcamp equips participants with practical tools to thrive in today's fast-changing business world. Expect powerful sessions in strategy, leadership, customer service, and digital marketing, all delivered by top industry experts. This is happening from the 21st of June to the 26th of June this year at the Platinum Bay Hotel Abokobi. Seats are limited, so call 0501 145 434. Register now. Management Bootcamp 2026, shaping leaders, transforming businesses. Inspired by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM. And June is for business. Engines are heating up, ideas are flowing, conversations are about to get real. The Citi 6 is here for the entire month of June. 97.3 Citi FM, Channel 1 TV have turned the spotlight on the people, the passion, the power behind the Ghanaian businesses. From bold conversations at our business, shaping leaders, transforming businesses. Inspired. And June is for business. Engines are heating up, ideas are flowing, conversations are about to get real. The Citi Business Festival 2026 is here for the entire month of June. 97.3 Citi FM, Channel 1 TV have turned the spotlight on the people, the passion, the power behind the Ghanaian businesses. From bold conversations at our business forum to insightful on-air discussions to celebrating the resilience of Ghanaian entrepreneurs. This is where businesses are challenged, refined, and elevated. Tune in every weekday, 9 a.m. on the Citi Breakfast Show, 97.3 Citi FM, and at 11 a.m. with a repeat at 6 p.m. on Channel 1 TV for the on-air series. If you're building, growing, or dreaming about business, this is for you. Call 0205973973. Citi Business Festival 2026, driving ideas into impact. Inspired by 97.3 Citi FM, Channel 1 TV in partnership with Absa Bank and proudly sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN, Zonda Tech Ghana Limited and Petra Trust.
Yeah, so before you get into the messages, I think there's this troubling development around Christian Village Cemetery. I think I've been there, I've reported on that story several times, and the authorities give assurances that something will be done, but over the years, nothing has been done. What am I talking about? There is a particular bridge that links Christian Village to Dom, right, and its environs. And each time it rains, there's a downpour, the entire place gets flooded, and it overflows the bridge itself. So vehicles cannot move in or out, right? I did a couple of stories, went to the assembly, they assured that they will take action, but up until now, nothing has been done.
So recently, this is Christian Village?
Yeah, Christian Village. When you are moving from Christian Village
Junction to Dom, right, there is a bridge. Dom Kwabinya.
Yes, to Dom Kwabinya.
It's like a depression over there.
Exactly. So when it rains, right, the entire bridge gets overflown.
So the culverts are small? They need to be expanded?
The space, according to the assembly, the space under the bridges is quite small. So the volumes of water, the bridge is not able to contain the volumes of water that comes from the top side.
I see.
Right? So I'm sincerely calling on the authorities to pay attention to that. I particularly spoke to the MC for Kaikwe North, Christian Tetebaja. He assured that some works will be done, but up until now, we've not seen any action yet. So because, we are in the rainy season, so they should really take action on that.
Spot on.
Oh, that rhythm, yeah, sweet, so that tune ya got mad up that Christmas and beyond, see, so tell a lick.
In the meantime, Samuel, some loved ones are still
celebrating. Happy glorious birthday to my dear wife Marilyn Araba Dennis of GNPC Tema. May God's choicest blessings continue to attend your way. Happy birthday, Marilyn, from your husband, Abeku Dennis. Good morning, team. A happy birthday in advance to my uncle, Ni Ajete Oninku, who is an ardent listener of Citi FM. May God bless him and grant him good success. From Priscilla at Cantonment. I want to wish Mrs. Lillian Mansa Ajiman a happy birthday for tomorrow, the 23rd. God richly bless her now and always, from her husband, Bob, and children, Anna Ofe, Kofi Akoto, and Ira Akusia Mackenzie. This one also says, happy birthday to my husband, Elder Enes Kluvia of Ashaiman Middle East SDA Church. Be strong in the Lord, and I'll always love you, from Mrs. Kluvia. This one says, good morning, City team. I would like to wish myself a happy birthday in advance. My name is May Senam Glokpo, front office manager at Roots Hospitality International. Happy birthday to you in advance. I would like to wish Sam Bakete, director of operations at CBG. I pray that God continues to bless him, and may this new year and chapter be filled with love, laughter, and favor. God bless him, from Omare J. And this one also says, good morning, Caleb and team. Today is the 17th birthday of my first fruit, Nene Jabete Sakite Tete of Angel International College, Tema. I pray Jabate Sakite Tete of Angel International College, Tema. I pray he grows in wisdom to fulfill all the blessings in store for him. Akusia GCB Bank, Tema Fishing Harbor. This one says, happy birthday, Dr. Richard Awa, ophthalmologist at the 37 Military Hospital. And now this is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it. We thank God so much for your life and for being the pillar of the family. You are deeply appreciated, and we love you so much. From your wife, Mrs. Cynthia Awa, children, and your sister, Angelina Awa. 5 years later, and you are still my answered prayer. Yes. Thank you for standing by me, loving me, supporting me, and choosing us every single day. Our story is proof of God's grace. Happy anniversary, my love. From Pastor Israel Owari to Mrs. Judith Owari.
Beautiful. The infections at these public washrooms is another thing that puts people off, especially our ladies. The reason most ladies don't drink water when they are out. Thank you for your message. And this one says, good morning. I was driving from from Oxford Street towards Cantonment one bright afternoon and got caught up with stomach upset. I didn't know where to go. And at the police hospital, I stopped, and just at the gate, they have a toilet facility, so I rushed in there. Okay. The conclusion of the matter is that Akbar disgrace. Akbar disgrace.
they make me no want to lose. I don't want to lose you. Oh yo yo yo, you makachu, the way you they love me, they make me no want to lose. I don't want to lose you. I want you. Oh yo, oh yo, oh yo, oh yo. Baby, if you can remember that day you the wine and for me where they make me to Sochi. It was that day I bought a Range Rover for you, and they dance and music too. When we call the girls to the run for you. Now see how your love gone blow my style. Just in a twinkle of an eye. My beat is the bedroom of Echo now. It's the bedroom of the east, and also the bedroom of the south and north. I can't believe, say your love can turn me a superstar. Now see J Martins. Now my beat with the one pro now. See Wiz Boy now. Now my style where the one do now. Oh no. See that nigga raw. Now my song where the one do now. See that bracket here. I thank you Lord. Well, dance here for me. Oh no.
And I know many of us are dreaming of homes to call our own. And, want to change the old car to a more tech-savvy. Something good, And then say goodbye to your landlord perpetually. If that is your dream for the year, pay close attention, because the Wheels and Homes Expo is going to happen. Is the answer to your prayer. We've been talking about it for some time now. Now I want to bring you more details to answer your questions and to give you the pointers that you need. So for that conversation, I have the Divisional Director for Retail Banking, Fidelity Bank, Godfred Akoto, and then Thomas Ajay, Director Retail Segments, in the studio for a conversation. Godfred and Thomas, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Caleb.
It's good to have you. It's good to have you. So I've been reading this announcement to listeners about the Fidelity Bank Wheels and Homes Expo. Now you are here to tell us a lot more about it. So this is the second time it's happening, right?
Yeah, this is the second edition.
Last year was the first.
Yeah.
How did it go? How was the first?
Very successful.
Nice.
I mean, a lot of deals. People found homes. People bought cars.
My God.
I mean, it was good. And it could even be better.
I like it. Yeah. So there's another opportunity for those who missed it,
definitely,
right? So what are we doing different this year? How is this year going to look like?
Yeah, thank you, Caleb, and greetings to the cherished listeners of Citi 97.3. The Fidelity Bank Wheels and Homes is essentially designed to be a one-stop platform to help Ghanaians who dream to own their own cars or acquire a dream home, to all come to one location and find for themselves any of these assets that they intend to acquire. It brings together automobile dealers, real estate developers, insurers. We also have a range of lifestyle partners who are into all sorts of consumer assets, domestic appliances, and equipment for internal decor, etc. And we will bring all these people together to enable you come and find anything that you dream to have, by way of homes, automobile, dealer appliances, etc. But the good news is that Fidelity Bank, your bank, would also be available to provide you flexible financing right at the spot. So essentially, we've looped this together to be a one-stop shop. So you come there.
I don't have to go.
You find a home.
Realtors.
Yeah, you find
Once
a home.
Once I find a home, I find a car.
And there is a Fidelity salesperson there to give you a mortgage, or auto loan, or a consumer finance, just to close the deal.
No, this is the place to be. I like it so much. But what's the idea behind this? Why? Because typically we know banks, we know what you do. But this time around, you are convening the auto dealers, you are bringing realtors, even insurance. and you're making also financing options available for us when we come there. Why this beautiful program?
Yeah, thanks, Caleb. So as Godfred said, one of the key things is that people have life goals, and most of the time they're also competing interests in terms of where do I go to, who do I talk to, and even if I'm talking to that person, am I actually getting the correct information? So for us, it's also creating that convenience, because you also appreciate the fact that time is money, and therefore instead of hopping from one automobile shop to the other, we are bringing everybody together. So you talk to the automobile company, they give you the best advice, and then at the end of the day, you make the decision by yourself. But like Godfred also said, there's also the financing bit. Most of the time people would want to put money together to buy these items. But what we are saying is that, just relax and come to Fidelity or talk to a Fidelity person who is on the field that day, and they'll give you the best financing option for which you can pay in bits over a period of time. Exactly.
But we have to be clients of yours, right? So definitely, over there, then if we don't have accounts, you can quickly open one for us.
It's open to both Fidelity customers and even non-Fidelity customers who seek to take advantage of this opportunity to access a mortgage, an auto loan, or a consumer finance to acquire any of these a range of products.
Do you have enough space to contain all of us who are coming? Because this one is a felt need. We are all going to be there. Do you have enough space? Where is it happening?
Yeah, the expo is open to everyone.
Okay.
So it's open to individuals who seek to explore options for their first car or first home, families who looking to acquire their long desired own home and household essentials. Also for businesses, last year there were companies who made fleet deals, right? Because we bring in a range of automobile dealers.
I like that.
And if you are a business person and you come there could be an opportunity for you to access, a fleet discussion from the range of automobile dealers who will be available. Commercial property discussions could be had because they are top-notch real estate developers with a range of properties that they will bring on board. And of course, you may have a need for an office equipment or any equipment that you may need in your business. You could also, as a business person, we've assembled one-stop shop.
I really like this. But you do also have, in addition to these, some exciting offers, financial packages and experiences that patrons must look forward to in the 4-day event. Give us some gist.
Okay, so first off, we are giving huge discounts on interest rates. Huge discounts. I mean, we wouldn't want to put it out here. If you want to experience it, then
we
visit.
Have to be there.
Exactly.
Because I was going to ask that. Give me an idea.
And then also, one thing we pride ourselves with as a bank is our advisory services. Because we help you make a decision, and then at the end of the day, you actually would choose what you want. So apart from having these vendors also assemble, we have insurance companies who will also be around, and they would also give you some good advice when it comes to what insurance you can also access, to cover whatever property or vehicles that you are going to own, and even for life insurance as well. So it's a gamut of things that you can experience over there. And of course, Fidelity ourselves, we also are there to give you the best financial advice, so that then at the end of the day you make an informed decision.
From all accounts, this year's is going to be much, much, much bigger than last year's.
Yes.
So tell us about some of the partners and exhibitors you have who will be participating and how they will be adding value to the experience.
So for this year's Wheels and Homes, over the period that we'll be having this campaign, range of automobile dealers. We are assembling a total of 16 automobile dealers.
16
automobile dealers who provide a range of vehicle types, ranging from EVs to combustion engines to hybrid engines. So we're spoiling you for choice. Come in
trucks
and make
to compact SUVs, sedans,
everything. We bring in vehicles that meet everybody's pockets. So we inviting you all to come. We're also bringing about 12 real estate developers.
12
real estate developers, who will cut across all the range of housing options that people could look up to. And then also for the consumer, electronic equipment, domestic homes, furniture, etc. appliances and equipment. We are bringing 5 major people.
Is it too
players
late
in this.
to be part of the exhibitors?
No. At least we have room for a few.
Are there any numbers we can call so that we can get on board?
Yes.
Yeah. I think what we'll do is that we'll leave the numbers with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So you could.
That's a good one.
Then also we're bringing on board 7 top insurance companies. Right. So we are putting together 40 partners at one location.
40 partners at one location.
At one location.
Great.
And remember, during this campaign period, Fidelity and its partners will be showering you with special discounts.
Nice.
Special discounts.
I like it.
So once you lock your discount, you are given a dedicated code with which you will follow through till the discount is closed.
This is a 4-day expo.
A 4-day expo.
From when to
starting
where?
From Thursday, 28th of May to Sunday, 31st of May.
Wow.
So we're giving you a long weekend, so to speak, to pass through the
and it's happening at the Good
grounds.
Park, you said?
Yes.
Good Park.
So it will be happening at the Good Park. Right. Should I say, is it adjacent or behind Accra Mall?
Close to the Accra Mall.
Close to the Accra Mall. Exactly. Once you are at the Accra Mall Park, you look across, you see the Good Park. You can't miss it.
Nice.
There will be clear branding and visibility stuff that will direct you to the fairgrounds.
Lovely. So Thomas, just quickly share the contact with us for those who want to be part of the exhibitors.
Correct. So we have 05777 35736, and that's for Ebenezer Hagan. And then we have 0245 179 703 for Elom de Golo. They are the key anchors around them, getting the vendors on board.
Nice one. Let me take your final messages before you take leave of us, gentlemen.
Okay, so like we said earlier, last year we started, this year is going to be big. And so we want every single person to come through to the Good Park from the 28th to the 31st of May. There's no excuse. It's a 4-day event. So you have the choice to come through at least one of the days.
Nice one. Godfred.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Caleb. To your cherished listeners, we are inviting everybody to come to the Good Park. Please take note that fantastic discounts await you. Make sure you come to the Good Park and take advantage of the offers available during this special expo, and you would definitely
Godfred, just a quick question for you. Someone in the diaspora is asking whether diasporans can apply. I don't know how.
No, we do. So Fidelity, we have a whole package for non-resident Ghanaians.
Okay.
I know most of them are interested in a non-resident Ghanaian mortgage, where we give you up to 500,000 to be repaid over up to 15 years at very flexible repayment terms. So if you are a diasporan, reach out to Fidelity. If you go to our website, you could leave your contacts, or reach out to our call center via the website, and we'll definitely reach out back to you.
Good. Divisional Director, Retail Banking, Godfred Akoto and Thomas Ajay, Director, Retail Segments. Gentlemen, thank you so much, and wish you all the best with your Wheels and Homes Expo. Many blessings.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Your skin deserves the best care possible. Introducing Princess Premium Lotion, crafted with vitamin B3 for all your skin types. Choose from our 4 luxurious variants: Radiant Skin with cocoa butter and vitamin E, Skin Revitalization, enriched with aloe vera and vitamin E, Healthy Glow featuring lemon and vitamin E, plus SPF 15 sun protection and skin rejuvenation with carrot oil and vitamin A. Take care of the future you with Princess Premium Lotion. Princess Premium Lotion is your perfect choice. Available now for your everyday skincare needs. The GC brand, it's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
Ready to lead beyond limits? Ready to think sharper, decide smarter, and lead with greater impact? Welcome to the Management Bootcamp 2026, an exclusive executive development experience from Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM. The Bootcamp is designed for ambitious professionals, executives, entrepreneurs, and business leaders who are ready to elevate their leadership capacity and thrive in today's fast-changing business environment. Gain practical insights from top industry experts in strategy, leadership, customer service, and digital marketing. The date is Sunday, 21st June to Friday, 26th June 2026. The venue is the Platinum Bay Hotel at Abokobi. To register, call 0501 145 434. Seats are limited. Secure your place today and take the next bold step in your leadership journey. Management Bootcamp 2026, shaping leaders, transforming businesses. The Management Bootcamp 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM.
KFC Ghana just dropped something big. The all-new KFC Kebab. KFC Chichinga Abba. Now, you can enjoy your favorite street-style taste, but KFC style. Crispy, juicy, and full of Chichinga flavor. Order your choice, starting from 2 pieces. KFC is finger-licking good.
This June, all roads lead to Accra. WAMPEX, the West African Mining and Power Expo, returns from the 3rd to the 5th of June for its 19th edition. Endorsed by the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, WAMPEX brings together over 6,000 mining professionals and over 250 local and international exhibitors. Meet the people behind West Africa's mining operations, discover new suppliers, and make the connections that move projects forward. From a high-level conference to innovation hub workshops and valuable networking opportunities, now hosted at its new home, the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel in Accra. Headline sponsors: Anglo Gold Ashanti, Goldfields, and B5 Plus. Register now for free visitor access at www.wampexwestafrica.com and be a part of West Africa's leading mining event.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangerine. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 05500-32231. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
The contract is here, but my pocket flat like a football with no air.
Don't stress. That is why DCI Microfinance is here for you.
DCI? What magic can they do?
No magic, just real solutions. With your contract and LPO financing, you can deliver on time. And when you're waiting on payment, their invoice and certificate discounting puts cash in your hands quickly. Their loans are fast, simple, and reliable.
So no more borrowing for my father-in-law? Now, that's a blessing.
Exactly. Call them now on 0577 66 9346. DCI Microfinance, miles beyond the extra.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Oh. Born to a throne, stronger than Rome, but violent prone, poor people's zone. But it's my home, all I have known, where I got grown. Streets we would roam, out of the darkness. I came the farthest, among the hardest. Survival, learn from these streets. It can be bleak, accept no defeat. Surrender, retreat. So we struggling, fighting to eat, and we wondering when we'll be free. So we patiently wait for that fateful day. It's not far away, but for now we say, when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Oh, so many wars, settling scores, bringing us promises, leaving us poor. I heard them say, love is the way, love is the answer. That's what they say, but look how they treat us, make us believers. We fight their battles, then they deceive us. Try to control us, they couldn't hold us, cause we just move forward like buffalo soldiers. We struggling, fighting to eat, and we wondering.
So it's 10 minutes to the top of the hour, and what we are learning is that England has, named their 2026 World Cup squad, and this is significant because we're in the same group with them. Is that correct, Edwin?
Yes, we are.
So England, Panama, and Croatia. Right. So who are some of the people that the coach has announced?
England has usually a very strong World Cup squad because they have very good players in the Premier League. Their league is probably the best in Europe.
Right.
So you're going to get a number of huge names either way. So let me go through the list by position. First, goalkeepers. We have Jordan Pickford, Dean Henderson, and James Trafford. Jordan Pickford is Everton's goalkeeper. Dean Henderson is with Crystal Palace, and James Trafford is with Manchester City.
Okay.
In defense, we have Reece James of world champions Chelsea, Tino Livramento of Newcastle, Nico O'Reilly of Manchester City, Jet Spence of Tottenham Hotspur, Ezri Konsa of Aston Villa, Margay of Manchester City, John Stones of Manchester City, Gerald Kwanzaa of Bayern Munich, and Dan Burn of Newcastle United. Those are the defenders. In midfield, we have
Gerald Kwanzaa.
You are surprised, eh?
Yeah, no.
Yes, so
is it from Ghana?
He has Ghanaian roots, and we were in talks to bring him to the national team, but obviously he's established with the English national team.
Mr. Kwanzaa.
Yes, Gerald Kwanzaa. We have in midfield Declan Rice of Arsenal, Elliot Anderson of Nottingham Forest. We have Jordan Henderson of Brentford.
These are solid guys.
Let's get through the list first. We have Kobe Mainoo of Manchester United, Jude Bellingham of Real Madrid, Morgan Rogers of Aston Villa, and Eberichi Eze of Arsenal. Yeah. Those are the midfielders England is choosing. So in attack now, we have Bukayo Saka of Arsenal, the Premier League champions. Also Noni Madueke, also of Arsenal. Marcus Rashford on loan at Barcelona from Manchester United. Anthony Gordon of Newcastle United. Ivan Toney, who plays in the Saudi Pro League. We have Harry Kane of Bayern Munich and Oli Watkins of Aston Villa well.
Have we also dropped our squad yet?
No, we haven't dropped our squad. Our squad, we are still preparing. We have a friendly against Mexico tomorrow morning, very early tomorrow morning at 2 a.m. in preparation for the World Cup. Obviously, it's filled with local players and the 23 players and players on the fringe of the national team, because we are trying to use that to see who makes a good case to be part of the team as well. So our squad is still in limbo, but there's talk that we might get it sometime next week, because the FIFA deadline is June the 2nd. So we have to name our squad before June the 2nd. So let's talk that we might get it next week or after the friendly, at least after tonight's friendly.
But
as well.
Edwin, what do you make of this England squad?
As I said, the Premier League is filled with very good players. It's the strongest league in Europe. So you are going to get a lot of strong England players, no matter who is left
Solid
out.
quality.
Yes, so there's a lot of quality in the squad. Very good quality players. Harry Kane is one of the best number 9s in the world. Bukayo Saka, Noni Madueke, Declan Rice, Eberechi Eze, they all just won the Premier League with Arsenal. So they are Premier League champions. And you have a lot of players from Manchester City who are the second best team in England, the FA Cup winners. You have Nico O'Reilly, who has had a fantastic season. Mark Gahey, who has been FA Cup champion twice in a row. And you have Jude Bellingham, who is one of Real Madrid's big stars. But the main topic is the players who have been left out of the squad, which is it's causing some controversy, not just in England but across the world, because the Premier League is available to a lot of people who like to watch English football. And one of the big omissions from the squad is Chelsea's Cole Palmer. He has not had a great season with Chelsea, but everyone felt that because of his quality and what he's brought to the English national team beforehand, he would have made it in. But unfortunately, he doesn't make it into the squad. Also omitted is Harry Maguire. Yes, who has captained Manchester United in the past, has captained England in the past. And he's one of the more experienced defenders they have. He's been to a number of international tournaments, and it was expected that because of the experience he brings, because he's been in some good form this season, he would have made the squad, but he has also been dropped. And let me go through the list of other players who've been dropped. Phil Foden, who was England's best player, or the Premier League's best player 2 years ago. Yes, a huge fall from grace. He's barely played or barely started for Manchester City this season. So I think a lot of people are not surprised that he was dropped, because he's been out of the squad, has not had game time. But it's still a huge shock because of how good he potentially can be. We have Lewis Hall, who has also been dropped. Morgan Gibbs-White, who plays for Nottingham Forest, been in fantastic form. Adam Wharton is a big surprise. Adam Wharton is a big surprise as well for people who follow the Premier League. Adam Wharton plays for Crystal Palace. They are a very good team. He is one of their best players, midfielder who has been sought after by a number of clubs in Europe. So him being dropped from the squad is a huge deal. Jared Bowen for West Ham, Alex Scott, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who got a big move to Real Madrid over the summer from Liverpool. He too has found game time difficult to come by until recently. He's gone into the squad, but his form, just like Real's, has been undulating. So, and already Thomas Tuchel, who is the head coach of England, is not a really big fan of Trent Alexander-Arnold, because everyone has been talking about his defensive deficiencies. He's a very, very good offensive right back, that's where he plays, or right wing back, or even sometimes plays in midfield because of how good he is offensively. But I believe Thomas Tuchel is a more basic kind of guy. He wants his defenders to know how to defend first off. So he's left Trent Alexander-Arnold out. Also out are Luke Shaw and Fikayo Tomori.
Wow. Kwesi, our caller just says essentially we are going to play against our fellow Ghanaians and Nigerian brothers.
Exactly.
I'm sure he's referring to some of the nationals from Ghana and Nigeria who found themselves in the English team.
Yeah, and England is one of the teams in Europe. I think besides France, where you get a lot of
almost a black African team, right?
Yeah, players of African descent in there. I think England ranks high in terms of nations with players of African descent. Bukayo Saka, as I've mentioned, we have Gerald Kwanzaa, who is also in the squad. Eberechi Eze, who is also one of the key members of the team. But even those who've not been called out, there are so many players who are eligible to play for England who could play for African nations as well. So we are going into a group where we are facing a team where our fellow Ghanaians, in quotes, are also going to be facing up against us. So
what about the other? We are in Group L.
Yes, we are in Group L at the World Cup, and we will also take on Panama, which is our first group game, and Croatia, who announced their squad a lot earlier, a lot earlier in the month.
Which of these will be which of these will not be so much of a threat for the team?
Well, because we are the Black Stars, we recently struggle against a lot of quote smaller teams. So every team is going to be a difficult one to get past. But the easiest in the group should be Panama, our first game. First game. Yes, on the 17th
so
of
at
June.
least that one day we should have it settled.
That one, we have a huge chance of winning that game because but even Panama are ranked ahead of us going into the World Cup, so we can't exactly.
You don't mean it.
We are in really bad form. So if they will see us as the underdogs, we are seeing them as the underdogs. So yes, a huge fall from grace for the Black Stars.
And it's exactly 20 days.
It's exactly 20 days to the World Cup.
And every Friday we do the World Cup Central.
Yes, we have the World Cup Central on Channel 1 TV from 3 to 4 p.m. every Friday. We talk the World Cup, all the stats, all the things to look out for. Last week we had the U.S. Embassy on the World Cup Central to take you through the visa process. I know a lot of people have been having issues applying for a US visa to go and watch the World Cup. If you want to go through that, we have that on our social media platforms. But we also bring in former footballers, experts in the sports field.
We've had interview with Asamoah Gyan.
Yes, we've had Asamoah Gyan on. We've had Augustine Ahimfo on. We had Yusuf Chipsa on. So the World Cup Central on Channel 1 TV from 3 to 4 p.m. That's where you get your fill of World Cup news. We also have the World Cup Diaries on the Traffic Avenue.
Solid. I listen to you very often with DJ Mingo.
With DJ Mingo at 3:10. Yeah, DJ Bizzle. At 3:10 p.m. on the Traffic Avenue. The sports team gets on there to give you the latest.
Charlie Edwin, thank you for the updates. Thank you so much for doing the listening. It's top of the hour. My name is Caleb Kudah, Francisca, Kakra, Forson, Samuel Attah-Mensah, Samuel Akom. We're in the studio for Tete Jabano, Godfred Odum, Abeku Odum, the richest man, Shiva Arababeni. Thank you all for helping put this together. Shiva is back in the studio with the news at 10. Good morning, Shiva.
Good morning, Caleb. Coming up in the bulletin, National Ambulance Service rejects claims emergency medical technicians are poorly trained, and New Patriotic Party to petition Chief Justice